Change it down.
Welcome back to Bourbon BS Podcast, everyone. This is episode 359. We have some familiar faces on the screen for you tonight on the audio. Hopefully, you can hear us well. I want to thank everyone for tuning in here. If you can as well. Maybe. No, sure can. Sure can. And we'll be right back.
You don't have it plugged in.
Fucking love it.
That's what you signed up for.
Just wait for Ray when we come back on. Don't worry, he'll deliver.
Like, what the fuck, guys?
Ray will deliver.
Oh, God.
I can fix it. I can fix it.
10 in 3, 2.
I literally was saying that, not thinking that it couldn't hear us.
Shannon's wrapped the whole thing.
And scene.
Welcome back to the Bourbon and BS Podcast, everyone. This is episode 359. We have some familiar faces
Can you hear us?
still on. Ryan Vendrick, hopefully you can hear us now, this time.
Stevie.
And welcome back. So we've got
Forgot to plug it in.
Shannon Chapman here back from Tejas.
Yes.
sir.
Now a local of Tejas, still on the mobile side of things potentially, so you could literally pick up and move at any moment.
Yeah, we're still in the motorhome, and
Good.
yeah, the wind's right. We'll follow it.
Nice. Well, we're happy to have you back. Got Sean Wilkinson, Nate Hale. I'm Steve Crane.
Yep.
Want to go through some just sponsors here for you. First and foremost, you guys, we appreciate everyone that still is sponsoring us. The patreon.com/Bourbon and BS podcast or Venmo one-time contributions, Bourbon and BS on Venmo there. So we appreciate that very, very much. We also want to thank our sponsors, Tinderbox at Easton in Columbus, Ohio, where we're based out of. We've got some cigars tonight that they don't carry yet, but this is something new that we were fortunate enough to get from Forged. And but check out Tinderbox at Easton. They also carry a lot of Alec Bradley cigars, just not the one we're happen to feature tonight. We also want to thank Altadis USA. We have a new one from them for the second cigar. I don't know if you guys have tried this yet. This is the H. Upman Nicaragua Sunrise by AJ Fernandez there. So that's something new we might have to feature as a spotlight cigar in the future. And also want to thank BS Cigar Company. The gold and silver are available. The gold is made by Plasencia and the silver is made by Espinosa Cigars. Now available in multiple sizes. So check those out as well. And also for the swag that you may see some of us wearing, not Shannon because he doesn't support us anymore.
Nope.
Buyjack.com, byjack.com/Bourbon and BS for any of the shirts. Sean's got the 2020 shirt. I still call that when the world hands you some BS, light it up. Looking very svelte in that.
Well, if I'm being honest, I might have outgrew a few of them.
With your personality.
100%.
All personality.
All personality.
Growth. That's good. Nate and I have different colors of the podcast shirt. Pour one more, light up another. We'll figure this out together. There's some other stuff on there like hoodies, which we're definitely not going to wear tonight in the garage because I am sweating.
Ew.
A little bit of a heat wave. So that'll be fun. But yeah, check that out. Buyjack.com/Bourbon and BS. We are smoking. You guys have lit up something from Alec Bradley. This is the 30 years. We'll learn about that shortly. But I really want to spotlight on one particular aspect of the show tonight, which thanks to Amy and Adam Hines and everyone over at High Bank and Whiskey War, we have something special tonight. This is going to be and I'm going to throw up the other bottle as well because there's two parts to this series here. But this is going to be the artist series release, and there's no way I can read that. But I'm going to look at my photos.
Watch
Not that of my
see it.
wife's car getting broken into. That's not really useful right now. So we've got the Whiskey War Barrel Select. This is the PX in Oloroso Sherry batch number 36. This is going to be a blend of cask strength Whiskey War finished in Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso casks. Total age statement of 6 years. And the label says make whiskey, not war. This is going to be a cool project, right? So they actually teamed up. And And I think they have, you can see on the screen there on one side of it, this is what they call the 2026 Artist Series. Caleb Aaronholt from Akron, Ohio did this this artwork on this bottle here, which is really cool. So this is something that they have started doing now. For those of you that haven't met Adam Hines, he is, if I'm not mistaken, he graduated from, or he went to, I think he graduated from CCAD, the Columbus
Nice.
School of Art and Design.
Yeah.
Columbus Center Art and Design. So definitely roots with that, bringing this to it. We have also on the screen in front of Sean, and that is going to be the State House Gin. And also can you see that on the artist side, if it's the same Caleb that did it? Looks like the same artwork.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah. And it says at Caleb towards the bottom there. Can you read that?
Yeah, let me get it closer.
You get
Jesus, I'm
Shannon with
blind.
the readers here too.
At Creative with Caleb.
At Creative with Caleb. So check that out. We're going to sip on this here, but it's like I said, aged 6 years. You've got it finished in different casks there. And it is coming in again at 118.44 proof.
It's a wee bit spicy.
It's a wee bit spicy. So let's see what we think of this. Has everyone taken a sip of this?
Yes, we should be drinking this when it was like
So
10
I took
below.
a pre-sip before I hit the cigar, and it was spicy.
Spicy.
And now with the cigar and the next sip, it kind of toned it down a bit. So kind of brought the heat down.
Brings the heat down.
Yeah.
A warm caramel.
It's good though. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
I like it, but it puts hair on your ass. I already have enough.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mhm.
Robin Williams or
Yeah,
Nate,
Robert
what do you
Williams
think of
on
this
there.
bottle? This is a cool project that they're doing. High Bank and Whiskey War, they're definitely doing different types of barrel select programs. I didn't know that they've done this before. I just know this is the first I've seen it as far as the artist series.
this is the first time they've done the artist series, but the barrel select and that program with the finishing.
That's been going on for a while.
Yeah, with because it's only these ones that you get the cross pistols
Mm-hmm.
on the bottle topper.
Right. What do you think, Nate?
So what I really like about it is they keep true to what the Whiskey War brand is.
Okay.
So it's basically some high rye bourbons blended with the rye, all coming out of MGP. But like, if you know that flavor profile and you've had their stuff before, you can still taste that in this bottle, even though this has been finished in Oloroso sherry and Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. Like, you still taste the base whiskey in this, but if you know what those two wines taste like you definitely pick out the notes on this bottle.
Nate, share with the audience, since you are the resident expert on those things. Talk about the casks that they are finishing in there, if you don't mind. The Jimenez, and then you got the
Yep. So
Sherry.
the first one, a lot of times you'll
Oloroso.
just see it on a label. It just says PX
Mhm.
sherry. So that is Pedro Jimenez. That is not a person. That is a grape varietal.
He's great.
No shit. Did you
That is
say
a
he's
great
great?
wine.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That it's basically
I
like
love it.
the most the strongest version of a cherry grape is
The PX?
is the PX.
Okay.
Like, it's the boldest, it's the fruitiest. Usually it's going to be on that sweeter side because it is a fortified wine.
Mhm.
But just absolutely rich, complex.
Yeah.
Like a lot of raisin and dark fruit notes to it.
Very
Word.
rich. Very rich.
Yes. And then you have Oloroso sherry, which is coming from Spain. So that is also a fortified wine. Typically, Oloroso sherry, that is going to be a dry wine, so it actually oxidizes a little bit as it ages, and so you get this really complex nuttiness and velvet and stuff like that. So
You all right? Oh, fuck. Everything all right? Who is it, dude?
what do you guys think?
It's what Nate said in terms of the dark fruits. And I admit, Shannon, it is getting a little bit easier to handle. I'll keep it on my palate for a long time and then kind of get used, get adjusted with that.
Bottle. I did a smaller pour than you guys did.
As I was saying, no, it's I was worried about being so high in strength, but it's kind of refreshing too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of fruit notes, like you said, so it's not like straight up like leather and tar and brawn.
There's some coal in there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if we were drinking like the straight up Whiskey War green label,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
which is the barrel proof version,
Mm-hmm.
like that barrel proof's going to come in around the same proof as this is, right? On a day like today, where it's hot and muggy as it is, with that much rye and spice, probably going to be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, even though since I've been down on the Texas coast, I haven't been drinking that much bourbon because it's just so hot. So I was a little worried when I saw the 118 on here, and I was like, "Oh shit!" But being up here, it's not as humid, so to me it didn't feel as bad. So I'm actually kind of enjoying it.
Lately, we've been having bottles that are even, that or sometimes even higher, and there's no kick, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my
Well,
God, that's
you guys-
amazing. And then you're
Your
going to get
guys'
drunk.
first pour, you both were talking about, getting some heat.
Oh yeah,
on the
the
back. And like for me, when I took that first sip, like you guys were coughing, and I'm like, no. But then there was just a little bit of air that retroed through my nose of ethanol. I was like, oh,
There it is.
maybe that's. But like it wasn't the hug and stuff in the back of my throat that you guys.
like my first sip, I almost felt like my spidey senses kind of tingled for a second,
You might have been.
and I was like, "Oh
That was
shit!"
Sean's hand.
Oh,
But
I missed you, Shannon.
Those aren't
anyway,
pillows.
this
those aren't pillows.
I know.
is one of those. I think this is why it is important for those in the bourbon community, whiskey community. If you love finished products, I think it is very important and very helpful to actually try those original products as well.
Yeah.
So if you go out and get a Pedro Jimenez sherry, go out and get an Oloroso sherry, taste those.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, then when you taste something like this that's been finished in those two casks, you can actually pick out where those flavors are coming from.
Yeah. I think this would be good with an old fashioned too.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
all-
Yeah, you wouldn't have to add much syrup.
Nope.
What do you think about like a little like drop of water to open it up? Do you think it would take away from it,
There's one way to
clean
do
it
that.
up?
You can try it.
I think with this one, if you could put a drop of water or two in there, absolutely. Or if you do want to do it over a cube and sip on it, I don't think that's going to take anything dramatically away from it. But I also think that it doesn't need it. I do have a little bit, and this is after lighting up the cigar now, more of a drier finish.
Sure.
I got that spice and dryness kind of just, it's not cotton mouth, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like my tongue kind of has that a little bit of like that sandpaper type feel, you know what I mean? Like where it's just a little bit dry, need a sip of water. So I'm curious, Nate, if you have a full pour there, how that goes.
I added 2 drops.
2 drops off the pinky.
Let me shut it first. Otherwise, spill water all over me. I was thinking ahead, huh?
Smart. What are we thinking?
With 1 drop.
I think it actually highlights more of the Oloroso, but dulls the PX sherry.
So the Oloroso you had said is the drier finish.
Yes, that's going to be the drier one. That's going to be more nutty,
Okay.
leathery, oaky, and then the PX sherry, that's going to be more, red fruit, raisins and dark fruit. Like
What you're saying, I mean, that's obviously just straight up those products. That's not necessarily like you're going to get that in the finish a little bit, but to your point earlier, this isn't something that the finish is overpowering the original product.
no,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
that's what I love. That's what I do appreciate with this, and that's why I think those guys at High Bank do an amazing job. Is they can sit there and finish this in 2 different fortified wine barrels, but not completely overpower the base whiskey, which is what they're known for. That's what they've won awards for. So that it takes skillful people to be able to finish something in these types of barrels.
Is there a story with the double guns?
Well, so that's part of their make whiskey not war thing. That's just kind of been there.
Okay.
So getting those ones, when you get the one with the cross pistols, you get this felt bag that has their make whiskey, not war
Hmm.
logo on it,
Okay.
or it just says whiskey war.
Because I think all the other products I've never had the guns on the top.
So the only time they do that is when they do these kind of projects.
Oh,
So
okay.
like OHLQ, they'll do single barrel picks of like double oak or double oak, and then they'll do picks of things that have been finished in barrels. So they'll do these kind of barrels. They've done Pinot Noir barrels and stuff like that. But it's only like these white label ones that have the pistols on the top.
So the whole story here, and they are kind enough to put it on the side of the bottle here. Prohibition is said to have started just 12 miles from our High Bank facility. In 1875, Henry Corbin took a chance and opened a saloon in an area known to strongly oppose the consumption of distilled spirits. Not once, but twice, the saloon was blown up. It was said before the first explosion, he came outside to address the protesters with 2 pistols drawn.
Oh.
That single act is believed to have ignited the, quote, whiskey war, end quote, of Prohibition and launched the Anti-Saloon League. Unique batches inside our expertly blended whiskey wage war with each other, and your taste buds come out the victor.
Wow.
All right.
Sean?
I have a comment.
Okay.
Sean in the back.
Hi, I'm over here. Man, on that finish after I put some water in it, and then I hit a cigar and then drank it again. I almost like got super nutty on the finish
With the whiskey or just the whole combo there?
combo.
Got it.
And then when I don't do the cigar, I get a lot of. I think it's allspice. Does that sound right?
I mean, allspice is a thing. I don't know if that's what you're tasting, but
But there's sort of like Sazerac has the same kind of finish or flavor as this. There's something like similar bottles that I've drinking from have a certain finish and there's a certain flavor, and I cannot.
like clove or anise.
It could be that. It's not. It's hard. Yeah, it's nothing like something I can really describe. So it's like a bittersweet dry, maybe something. I don't know, but it's good.
I added 2 index drops.
You want to drop, baby?
Drop me.
Put your bottle over here. Put your glass over here. I miss Shannon.
Yeah, I get more spice immediately
With the
With
water?
the water.
with the water. Immediately. And now that actually, that just like kind of just went all around. Honestly, like
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
It was a change.
Like, hold on. Like,
It's just kind of like all around and like kind of to the back there, but it's spice. It almost like reignited everything there a little bit.
you done pissed
Well,
it one
off.
thing
Yeah.
One
Don't
thing
touch
we
me.
haven't talked about, which it's kind of hard to do with this bottle, but Steve, since you have a
Did I get
good
it?
amount in your glass,
Mhm.
like if you hold it up in the light, like look at the color. There's so much red.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it almost looks like an amber ale.
It is amber for sure. It kind of reminds me of that guy who opened Jurassic Park's,
Yeah. From mosquito.
his cane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're because of those sherry
Isn't it?
barrels.
Almost
There's-
like a Smittix.
Yeah, there's a very deep
Sneak that in there, you
redness
never
to
know it.
it, but then you also get a little bit more tan and orange because of the Oloroso.
We should be just playing ZZ Top. She's got legs because she knows how to use them.
Oh yeah, I did the water and it
They just
up
like
through my
raced
nostrils.
around everywhere,
It
didn't
went
it?
out my nostrils.
You're like really like
Like
those,
it thins out the oil a little bit, so now it's
holy shit. It's just I'm infected.
Patient zero.
Yeah, it went racing up my nostrils. Like, oh,
But it was a different experience with just that too, right? Yeah. Pretty crazy.
I get that.
Alec Bradley, 30 years. While we're sipping on this, I kind of want to go over what we're smoking. This is new. You have on the it's 1996, Alec Bradley to 2026, so 30-year anniversary here. Alec Bradley has changed hands, but hasn't. This is something that Alan Rubin had started, and we've had him on the show before. You guys were actually on it. This was during lockdown, basically.
Yep, I
more or
remember
less.
that.
So we're going back. Shit, that's 6 years or so. And this is a company that was acquired by Forged, a cigar company, which is part of SDG, which is Scandinavian. Going on, about 2 years ago, absolutely. So
2 years ago this summer.
but Alec and Bradley Rubin, the sons of Alan Rubin, went along with it to Forged. And so this is, I kind of want to read the press release here. So This is obviously honoring the 30th anniversary. Alec Bradley is marking its 30th anniversary with the introduction of 30 years, a milestone cigar created to honor 3 decades of passion while setting the tone for the brand's next chapter. Founded in 1996, Alec Bradley began with a simple idea: make cigars we generally love and let the story unfold from there. Over 3 decades, that approach has helped the brand earn some of the industry's most respected accolades, including Cigar Aficionado's #1 Cigar of the Year, while building a reputation for award-winning blends and distinctive storytelling. Rather than revisiting the past, 30 years reflects the evolution of the brand, trusted tobaccos, strong factory partnerships, and a blending philosophy built on making cigars we actually want to smoke. The final blend was selected by Alec Bradley and Alan Rubin, so the whole trio there. Crafted at Raíces Cubanas, which is in Honduras, 30 years features a blend of Honduran and Nicaraguan tobaccos that deliver a medium plus profile designed to honor the journey while looking ahead to what comes next. It's real nice.
I will have to say,
Poetic.
it was a great. Shannon and I had probably one of the coolest opportunities with that podcast
Yeah.
with us two, you and Alan Rubin. That dude was so fucking cool.
Yeah, very cool. And he was very complimentary at that time because the world had changed a bit.
Yes.
He stayed on after the broadcast and was super complimentary to the group and what we were doing there. So
Yep.
Yeah. So that's. I don't think Nate was on that one, were you?
Oh no, I missed. Something happened. I couldn't.
Okay.
You might
So
have been on one of your vacations.
at that time.
What are those?
Oh no, not that.
Yeah, probably not traveling a whole lot.
No, not that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So I think that one I had Ryan Ponist and Alan Rubin on that one. And then the second part is when I brought you guys on remotely, I believe, for part 2. So all this really says from the company is that you've got Honduran and Nicaraguan tobaccos, medium plus profile. But that's all I've got from Forged and Alec Bradley cigars. So we're kind of blindfolded here, boys.
Did you notice the edge of the band? So the top edge of the band lists
Oh shit, I can't see that.
it lists all the names of their other cigars.
I
that
might
came
need your
before.
readers there, Shannon.
Jesus, seriously?
Yeah,
Oh, I
Oh,
can't even.
Oh my God.
You
I
need a-
gotta take a picture and zoom the picture in.
yeah.
Wow.
So you got Trilogy, you got Black Market, Max,
Holy
Tempest,
shit.
Yo-Yo.
How do you see that shit?
I'm on the border here. I got a fat head already.
No, I stretch them.
I hate this because I can see it now. God damn it. Take them back. Sorry about the sweat. I hate my life.
Welcome
That's
to
not
the
true.
club, Steve.
Courtney
My eye
Kennedy.
doctor's literally like, you're on the verge.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Courtney Kennedy. Good to see you on here, baby.
No, I'm digging this cigar. It's very, very smooth. It's been burning great, even.
It's complimenting the bourbon too.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
The draw has been perfect.
Hmm.
Alec Bradley usually doesn't miss when they come out with a cigar. They're
So
usually on top of it.
the nice thing about this, you do an anniversary cigar, sometimes you'll see an approach there where the company elevates the price, right? So there's the band for you guys. You probably can't read what Nate was talking about on that either, but it's a nice bit. So what I like about that, because Alec Bradley lately has been almost not too creative, but they've
White.
the Kintsugi, you've got like the Gatekeeper. It's like this, Bradley, I think, is in charge of most of the marketing behind it. And so he's been going with the artistic approach, which is fitting with what we're drinking tonight, right? But this one, it's, as you can see in the picture there, like this is just the AB logo right in your face. Alec Bradley, bold, 30 years, basic. It's no like, I like, Nate, that you picked that up because none of us at the table would have picked that up.
No shit.
So there is a subtlety
That's a
there.
really
There's a
good
little bit
fucking
of
vision.
creativity there. And I'm not knocking Bradley or anyone else at Alec Bradley and Forge, but this is a great way to kind of just highlight the brand itself on the artwork, the band. You can see in the picture there, you open up the box, it's just bold AB logo, Alec Bradley, the red kind of like that's on their shield.
And on each side, it's got the 96 to 2026.
And then that bright red footband on the back of it's got a QR code.
There's a
I'm sure
QR code,
Gives you
absolutely.
information about the.
So
about
did
the
they give
cigar.
you like a drop date on these, or is this just a special order?
This is, to my knowledge, I think this is a regular production. Cigar. Let's see here. So shipments began in May, so just recently. These are presented in 16 count boxes. Oh, there you go. There is a retail exclusive Perfecto size, 6.75 by 54. Will also be available in 10 count boxes, limited to 2,026 units for 2026.
Ooh.
But that is, it seems.
What's MSRP for us?
So that's what I was getting to here. We had it up on the screen for the whiskey. We'll get back to that. But the suggested retail price ranges from $9.99 to $12.99.
Wow.
Fuck.
That's what I was getting at. You throw out an anniversary cigar, and you're not saying, "All right, this is gonna be double everything else." We're just.
I was thinking 15 all the day.
Well, I
Same.
mean, I was almost.
It's intentionally lower than average.
Yeah, I was almost thinking this was going to be in the fine and rare price
Yeah.
point.
You could probably do it and get away with it.
Yeah, but no, I mean, when did they send you these, Steve?
They sent me these. I have to look. A couple weeks ago.
And they've been in your humidor.
Why?
The cigars like it feels like it's humidified.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's got a little sponginess. Like I noticed that when I cut it, like
It's very soft.
the cigar kind of gave
Mhm.
a little bit, but it almost has kind of like slowed the burn down a little bit on the cigar.
This was in my trunk humidor.
Oh, okay.
Which surprised me with the fan we're getting.
Do you know what that
too.
means?
Yes.
It was in that box
Yeah.
in my trunk.
Yep,
Well,
got it.
it's been pretty humid the last.
Yeah.
It was in the
Got
humidor
it.
at the shop for a little while, and then I had it in my trunk. And I don't have much room in any of my humidors right now, so we have plenty to smoke here, fellas, going forward this summer. But
Oh, bonus.
yes.
If you're a Buckeye fan, good cigar to get.
Do what?
If
Why,
you're,
because of the red?
yeah.
Yeah, red and gray, red,
Mhm.
scarlet and gray. Excuse me.
And sometimes they wear black jerseys, so you get the black too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the art. The silver. It almost looks like metal work on the
does.
side.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm surprised you didn't pick out like a design in that shit and be like, oh, there's a duck and a squirrel.
There's a secret treasure map
there's
if you
some-
look close enough.
There's some leaves on there.
All right. Your vision is impressive. You don't need readers. I don't either when I have my contacts out, but then the rest of the world's.
Is it like the dollar bill? Can you find the little spider up in the corner?
If you give it to Nick Cage, he'll find the.
Find the
decoration.
scroll.
You'll find buried treasure.
Come with me if you want to see it in Independence. Day.
While we're on that note, flipping back here a little bit to let's see here, maybe the Whiskey War Barrel Select. So if you guys noticed, I'll put it back on. We've got a little bit of a contrast as far as I think for their limited. This is not limited what we're smoking, but this one's coming in at $114.99 for the bottle we're drinking right now.
Wow.
So
Loving the
limited run. This is, you called it, what is the double pistol, right? This is the Barrel Select.
Yeah.
Nickname kind of double pistol or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So High Bank, we've talked about it before. High Bank, they've got great Whiskey War base, if you will, or core products. And then they've got just, I want to say almost countless, Nate, would you agree, of limited releases that keep, and they're all different. They're coming in pretty
they have-
regularly, and they're usually only available at their
shop.
locations. Yeah, the
There's-
bottle shops.
Yep.
Well, so yeah, they do the double. They do occasional. They do it every year. I think they do it a couple times. That one usually will make its way onto store shelves, so you can find double out there.
Mhm.
And then back in March, we had the cigar cask, which is the basketball hoop that's located in the middle of the screen, in between Shannon and Sean.
Yep.
That was for the cigar cask because that one's got that orange label to it.
That was right around March Madness.
Yep.
So that was released. I think it was their 8th release or something.
Was it a new cigar, man?
Sixth
Sixth
release.
release.
You were here for that, weren't you?
No, but I've seen that bottle way before this past
Yes.
March.
Well, with the basketball, I think it was. What was it?
Oh, it was designed for that?
Yes.
Okay, I
yeah,
got it.
particular
They
label.
also had a big party the first 2 days of the tournament
Got it.
at
Yes.
their facility.
Yes.
That was ticketed events.
Yeah.
So yes, it's an orange label for the cigar cask. We had those two gentlemen from there on, and they do it once, maybe twice a year. So
Yeah,
So that
Yeah.
was batch 6 that we had.
6. Okay. And then now they've got a double Independence Day one. I forget what they're calling it. If you saw that on social media, and they're doing 1,776, I believe, bottles of that.
My knee.
1,776 bottles of the new one with the patriotic logo on
Oh,
it.
that's cool.
the newest release from
Is
Whiskey War.
it going to be
It's a double.
just okay? Just a different label on it.
Yeah, like a commemorative. Or
That's
whatever you wanna
cool.
Say.
We'll have the one have the 2 guns.
No. I don't think it will because it's the double, which is the.
Should have done like an eagle.
It's
I'm
not
really-
finished or anything like that.
I'm really surprised that I haven't seen anything coming up for the 250th anniversary of the United States, right? That's like the big
You're
one.
talking about- you're talking about-
CAO cigar wise, CAO does have a limited release of their America. It's a
Okay.
completely different blend.
all American tobacco.
100% American tobacco,
Really?
and it's a barber pull.
Yep.
And it's got the CAO America
Oh, cool.
primary band, and on the base of it, it's got the 250th anniversary kind of along that.
Oh, shit.
Just
Okay.
the
But
green-
in terms of whiskey, like Whistle Pig, they just released this year Piggy Bank, and that one, the packaging was a red, white, blue packaging. Garrison Brothers out of Texas, their bottle and bond had red, white, blue wax, and then recently the one that people were really going nuts for was the Evan Williams single barrel.
No shit.
Because that one, let's see if you guys catch this. Do you want to guess the proof on that one?
250.
Good God.
I didn't know.
It's
Jesus.
higher than it can possibly be mathematically.
Well, not in America.
Well,
I don't know.
Not if you're left-handed.
That's right.
it'd be 125% alcohol. So
All of it. It's got all of it in
No,
it.
the proof was 11776.
Well, that's cool. Does Lee Green one come out every time you open up the bottle? Proud beer in America.
There's a button or like a little cord you can pull.
Like those cards you get when you open them up.
That's right.
Oh, my
Happy-
I don't know how they did it, but that's cool when you crack the cork there. You pop it.
Or a bald eagle yells.
There's no pop. There's no cork pop at all. It's just
Every
that.
time you open it,
Yeah, I like it. Probably make it happen with this technology today. How do you guys think the pairing is going together here?
I think they complement each other really
Yes.
well.
I do too.
Totally
'Cause
agree.
there's no spice on the cigar, which for as dark as this wrapper leaf looks, and Steve saying it was going to be medium full, like just looking at this cigar, I was
I
expecting.
think they said medium plus.
Or medium
Just to
plus.
be
Sorry.
fair, like
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it wasn't.
Medium
It was just a hair over medium.
Yeah, just looking at this, and then with that black and silver, I was just kind of expecting something that was going to have more spice, more punch, more kick.
Super well balanced.
Yeah.
That's it is. Well
Yeah, I was a little nervous when I saw the bottle, then I saw the cigar. I was like,
Welcome back.
it's gonna be a rough one tonight.
Oh no! But then, like the spices that aren't in the cigar, there's the spice in the whiskey. But then, because those two different sherry finishing barrels that they're doing on this whiskey, you have those fruit and nutty flavors that play so well with the flavors on the cigar.
Yeah.
And what I also appreciate about the cigar, and this was before we went live, was just smelling the tobacco.
Yeah.
Just the smell of
Smells
the cigar before we ever lit it up. Like the tobacco just smelled amazing.
Yeah.
It was one of those where you smell it and you're like, oh, I can't wait to actually try. Like, this is going to sound weird. I'd almost rather just sit there and just dry draw or,
Huff it.
or chew on
Just
the
huff that
cigar almost
motherfucker.
and smoke it because that
Sounds a little weird. Yeah, you're right.
the aroma of the tobacco though.
Yeah.
It's good.
was so amazing. Like
You got a
I
candle.
just want to smell that when I smell a cigar.
Just have a candle like that.
Which one of you guys dabbles in art painting?
I'm gonna guess that guy.
All my
Used
family
to,
does, but not
I
me.
haven't
Well, because
done any of that.
Amy Jones sent along with the artist series some because Amy is the best. She was with another company prior to High Bank, but every time they do these special releases
That's so
for
sweet.
us and other people that are on social media,
Does Molly do
got-
art?
Used
what's
to.
that? Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
Molly.
Sean with
My,
Molly.
Got
uh,
some acrylic art to take back
Mine
to
was pretty
Texas.
good too.
Yeah, I'll give it to my sister. She's an artist. She
You got
likes to-
these. I don't know how to use them, but these look like pen brushes.
Yeah.
This is labeled in, I believe that's Japanese, Chinese. I'm not trying to be racist. I really don't know.
You know, what we should have done. We should have done like
so this
all
is all
the.
yours, and I believe this might be like an easel. I'm gonna keep the Patagonia thing just because it looks
Yeah.
cool.
I think we should have all
So
done
this
our
is
own little
going on with
project.
Shannon Chapman as a parting gift. Thanks for being on.
Thank you, sir.
Urban
They
BS
never
podcast.
listen to me.
Thank you. I did
They
bid
never
the highest.
listen to
So
me.
Yeah, no, yeah. We appreciate your donation.
I think that we should have all done a little artsy thing before,
Painted his head.
and then we could
Yeah.
show it when the show came on.
That's what I was thinking. Paint his
could have
face and his head.
painted the Alec Bradley.
Well, you got two nice.
Just the
Nice.
Bourbon and BS barrel head right there.
We
On
got a
there.
couple great canvases right there.
We could do the cigar band for BS and yours.
I could have
next to
put the
Bur-
B.
Barrel.
We could put the S.
Sure.
Well, of course he's the S.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the Barrel logo.
You say S or S? What'd you say?
Both.
Yes.
Oh, S. Okay.
You heard what I said.
I would love for you to just drive back and just show up and leave it on. Say hi to your wife.
Going to the,
How was the trip?
going to the barber shop.
Uh,
All right,
it
who's
was-
next?
yeah, just going back to your
As
wife.
I'm pulled over in
She's like-
Alabama with it on my head, I'm like, "Hello, officer."
How was the trip? Well, it didn't wash off. We thought
Boy.
it had water.
I said, boy,
That.
How's the
Easy.
gin?
Oh my
Easy.
god.
easy
Yeah.
boy.
Oh my god.
I'm ready to get there here.
Well, okay.
Is that oh my like a good oh my god?
you,
Or,
you
He
said
keeps grunting over
Alright.
here.
you would put up the release that they did with the tasting notes and stuff like that for these
Yeah.
two bottles.
I'll put it back up there.
And when I read the tasting notes on the gin,
So
in
you
the-
looked at the oh, I sent you
like I
that.
don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But there was one word that stood out in my mind when I read the tasting notes, and I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" So then I smelled it
Mhm.
first, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I tasted it. Oh my gosh, it smells and tastes like fucking Skittles.
All right. So what you
Thanks.
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
This is what he's
Starburst.
discussing. They're discussing.
You didn't know.
I didn't send it to him.
Mhm.
Barrel Select State House Gin. This is Madeira and help me out here, Nate. Sangiovese.
Sangiovese.
That's what I said. Batch number 10. This is
I'm
80.
surprised you did not know that one.
Why?
It's wine. Sangiovese. It's Chianti. It's the most.
I know
widely-
Chianti.
Exactly. It's the most widely planted grape in all of Italy.
I know
I
Chianti.
choked on my
Yep.
spit. Do it.
Batch number 10. This is 82 proof.
Mhm.
You all right there?
I just tried to do the.
What are you two doing?
I was trying to do the.
God
This is why we
damn
have
it.
them on
I
together.
was trying to do
Can
the.
you mute them and I'll see if I can edit them out of the
Doing the-
picture?
Yes, I can.
And I when he said Chianti, and then I choked on it. My spit.
This is a blend of State House gin finished in Sangiovese.
Sangiovese.
Yeah. And Madeira.
Sangiovese.
Yeah, well, he's not gonna
Yeah.
get it.
Chianti and Madeira casks. For a total of 41 months, a sweet, citrusy nose leads into a zesty, candied palate. And
That's true.
your tasty notes you were talking about, Skittles, is the second one on there.
Taste the flavor.
Taste.
Taste the rainbow. Sorry, that was bad of me. Taste the rainbow.
Yeah, so
Well,
for those of you who don't know what Sangiovese is, it's the grape that primarily makes up Chianti. It makes up 100% of Brunello, and a lot of times it's also used in Tuscan red blends.
But they don't fucking make Skittles with it though, right?
No,
Might
they
be.
do not.
They might be.
But
Yeah.
But I think what you're getting is
Interesting.
I smell it.
so because of that grape, because of that wine,
hmm
I don't smell
you're
it.
getting some of those red fruits. But then so the State House normal gin, there's no color to it. They don't barrel age it. It is completely colorless. I mean, it looks like a gin. It looks like what you expect in a gin. There's no color.
Yeah.
It's a clear liquid.
This is not
This is not.
that. Not that.
So they basically
Almost
took
there.
two
All right.
gins that were aged differently. That were aged for 41 months.
Oh my god.
So almost 3.5 years, and you still get that kind of color. We've had bourbons
Jeez.
or whiskeys on this show that have been aged for less time that had more color
Sounds
than
like
what this does. But their gin has a little bit more citrus forward. It's not the juniper and
Jesus.
pine
Around so you can
forward
see the,
style of
the
gin.
artwork there.
It's much more citrusy, so that's why I
no
think
shit.
with that orange and lemon citrus that you get from their normal gin, now you put some wine barrels to it, and that's where now you're starting to get some red fruit notes. And so all those blending together I think that's why you're getting that Skittles.
I think we should drop a couple Skittles in there. Do anybody have any? Be kind of cool.
No, I gave up candy.
Yeah, I did too. That's okay.
It's just for more alcohol, or you just
Let's see where it goes. I'm trying to taste the rainbow, man, and see how far I can go with it.
the label on this says complex yet crushable. I feel like you guys are agreeing with that based on your review of the flavor there.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that flavor.
No. Do most gins taste like that?
No,
I was gonna say, I'm like,
absolutely not.
Is this what I've been missing?
No. So
tonic would gonna
Still
kind of be
tonic?
cool.
no. So with gin,
Mine would be good.
so with gin,
Maybe
a lot
lemon.
of it comes down to, all right. So you basically they distill a grain spirit, right? And they basically think of it like a tea bag, like a giant tea bag. God damn it, Sean.
Sorry.
Bro, well,
It's been a rough week. All right.
okay.
Thank you.
Wednesday. Just
Uh,
let him have this one.
But basically,
Just let them be.
they put
Let him be
botanicals
12.
and fruit peels and stuff like that, depending on what kind of gin they make. They put those into a bag and steep it in the still while they're distilling it, while they're cooking it off. So those aromas will evaporate out at a certain point. So if they want more of those flavors in the gin, they'll pull it off at a lower proof or temperature, so as not to cook it off. So a lot of people when they hear gin, they think juniper. They think something like Tanqueray.
Oh, yeah.
Something that tastes like you're drinking pine needles.
Yeah.
When I
Right.
saw the gin sitting there, I was like, oh shit.
Here, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna do it like an old fashioned, like suicide. Where we're gonna mix them next, guys.
Okay, I'm down.
It's like you're at a Pizza Hut.
Like I said, taste the rainbow, man.
So-
Taste the rainbow.
But then what's been growing in popularity recently over the last, I'd say, 10 years is more citrus forward gins. So, someone like Watershed, they make their 4-peel gin where they have orange peels and lemon peels and stuff like that. Tanqueray, they have their Tanqueray number 10, which uses fresh botanicals instead of dried ones. That way it's more citrus and approachable to vodka drinkers.
Okay.
So what's starting to grow in the industry is people that are focused more on citrus forward gins and doing those in a cocktail because let's be honest, people would rather smell or taste orange and lemon than taste pine needles.
This tastes like a cocktail.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is gin
Ice.
for martinis and shit too.
Like, you know what I mean? If you just threw a few ice cubes in this
Not
on a
this.
day like
You
today,
could drink this.
this bottle's gone
Yep.
between the four of us in
Oh.
like 35 minutes.
Without a
Easily.
doubt.
And
Without
we're
a
all,
doubt.
like,
Easily.
on our way.
and we're all Ubering home.
I get a big fucking glass like that and fill it up with ice. Oh
So
shit.
it's interesting because I took my first. The smell was amazing in this Glencairn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So super looking forward to it. Took a sip of it. So it does taste like a cocktail. It tastes like it's flavored, but it's not, right?
It still tastes clean.
Just like
It tastes clean, but maybe it's just me. It almost tasted like it was carbonated,
that's you have
When I-
tonic.
like a tonic.
But if you could throw some tonic in there,
You'd have actual, carbonation. It might be too much. Like you'd have to, just a dash of it.
Yeah, I'm not
like, I
saying.
wouldn't. Yeah, but I mean, it almost has that carbonation, towards the back of my mouth. I don't know if you guys get that at all.
Yeah, I got
It's
that.
really interesting. It almost
When I
feels like it's-
smell it in this glass, it almost smells like a lemon drop.
does it,
Yeah.
lemon drop martini.
lemon drop.
Oh, gotta save some of this for Kristen. I need to have her try this.
Kristen, if you're listening, come out to the garage with a glass and an ice cube.
Tell her the bar's open.
Can
Wow, that
you
is
pass me that bottle? I
can't reach it. I think we found Nate's new favorite gin here. Maybe
I mean,
Holy moly.
not that I hate gin, but I don't drink a ton of it. So when I saw it,
Not straight either.
No,
no,
God,
and I saw it sitting there, I was like, this is going to be a rough. But man, that's actually delightful.
It's very delightful, man.
Yeah.
Like this is the gin for non-gin drinkers.
There you go.
It's like it has
There you go.
like a little bit of Sprite in there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's that lemon, that lime.
Holy
that's that
shit.
citrus. Yeah.
This is a bottle I would throw in my refrigerator and just.
No.
I'm just saying because it would be like a cold pop.
I might have you.
That's insane. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Then you
For
wouldn't have
that,
to you wouldn't have to water it down with an ice cube. That's what I mean.
I might actually have you send one of these down to me.
If we can. So again,
If we can
limited
find it.
release,
Oh.
at their bottle shop.
Oh.
Maybe swing by on your way out of town there.
Yeah, this is not a.
There's one in Westerville.
Like 5:30, like. Anybody in here? It's 5:30 in the morning. Come on.
Yeah. The other thing with this one, this does come in at about at $45, and they only did 444 bottles.
I mean,
The first one, the highlighted, the Whiskey War Barrel Select, the batch number 36, they did 480 bottles. So
Okay.
these are indeed small batches.
Okay.
But you want to give feedback when you try some limited stuff. Everyone, oh, there's Adam Hines right there.
yeah.
We make gin for those who don't like gin, and for those that do. Oh,
Well, you nailed it.
Adam, I appreciate you chiming in there.
Yeah, and again,
That's Nate Hale.
their gin,
There you go.
their gin's won award. Their normal State House gin is what it's called. That's why you got the picture of the Ohio State House right on the label. I mean, that thing has won awards. The Whiskey War stuff has won awards. I think, if I remember correctly, High Bank is the most award-winning distillery in the United States
I believe you're right.
across their entire portfolio, between their gins, their vodka. Last year at the San Francisco Wine and Spirits Competition, 180 vodkas. Their vodka was number one
Oh,
in a
wow.
blind taste. And then their all the Whiskey War products, the Black Label, the Green Label, the Double Oak, the Double Double, those things have won awards. Everything they put out has won some awards.
What do you-
Well, Adam, thank you for bringing this product out because it's very nice. I like it a
wanna-
lot.
Add Celsius to the gin.
You have club soda on top.
There's
of the fridge.
tonic up top,
and club soda
like literally on top of the
on
fridge,
top of the fridge.
like the ceiling, not the.
There's
home
tonic
defense.
light and there's club soda.
Now the animal repellent natural is like a peppermint. If you guys want to add a little,
There you go.
it has a little spritzer on there too.
Yeah, it's a twist off.
Jesus Christ.
You got any bear spray while you're up there? Let's just try it all.
Spare mace. Oh my gosh. Sean is making himself at home here. Adam Hines, you're making him blush. Nate.
Dude, I mean, I know it's been a while since we've had you on the show, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those, as much as of a bourbon and whiskey guy as I am,
Yes.
every now and then I like
Yeah.
to go back and try other spirits because it is part of my job.
I mean,
If this was an everyday product,
I was
if
about to
this
say the
gin-
same thing.
If this
You
gin
might
was
want to think
available
about it,
all
Adam.
the time,
You might want to think about it, Adam.
I mean,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, if
That's a winner.
if they were able to mass produce, this is batch number 11, it says on there. If they were able to mass produce this type of product at the age, like mass produce, you know what I mean? Like, yes, okay, batches, whatever, make it a little bit different, but I don't know if they've done it. I'm ignorant of their gin projects like this, but if this is something that you could have on the shelf on a fairly regular basis, or even a limited, but when it hits,
like
once
once or twice a year.
Yeah.
this would be, this is something. This is something special that I think this is going to hit cocktail drinkers, men and women. I think this is going to hit different demographics. I think this is going to be something that it's
Absolutely.
it's refreshing. I mean, I tell you what, you bring this out this time of the year. So you shoot for May, say June, just June 1, hit it hard. This is when it's hitting your shelves. Keep it at just the High Bank locations. If you could expand that, I mean, this is something that every summer people would be looking forward to the release.
This
they'd
would be a
going
late
into
night
places. Has it
back-
hit yet? Has it
Back
hit yet?
porch sipper.
Yeah.
I love the band too, the State House band.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So, like I said, their gin is more citrus forward. They only do 8 botanicals in their gin, and they're citrus botanicals. So, yeah, like I said, you're not getting the juniper and the pine out of it. So that's probably one of the reasons why their gin does so well is because people taste it and like, oh, that's not what I was expecting from gin. And like, there's so much at play because of the fruitiness to it. There's so many things you can do in a cocktail with it.
There is.
Instead of just your standard gin and tonic, which Sean is now doing.
It reminds me of like a wine
Sean's
cooler.
bartending here.
It's like a Sun Country wine cooler. If you guys are old enough to remember those in 2 liters, but
Sunkissed?
Sun Country
No.
sold them in 2 liters.
So Adam's response, and again, Adam, appreciate you listening. This is great having you on. We haven't spoken a while here. Just, you know, you guys are crushing it right now. People sleep on our gin. Unfortunately, people just don't drink gin as much. I wish they did.
They haven't had
I would
this
make
shit
a
yet.
shit ton more.
Well, and
This,
for that
have
reason.
this at like your like if this was something that wasn't just available at their like this one, and I need to try their regular gin, right? Again, because I haven't had it in a long time. But if this was at like you walk into a liquor store, and there's a High Bank representative there, and they're like, "Have you tried our gin?" You're like, "I don't really like gin." Like, just give it a try. This is a little bit different. You take a sip of that. Where's that at in the
Wrap
store?
it up.
Well,
Wrap
yeah.
it
How
up.
many
Wrap it
bottles
up.
can I get?
Well, like I was saying earlier, there has been a slight shift in gin with people drinking more citrus forward gins, which is the kind of gin they produce. And it was a gentleman that worked at Tanqueray that kind of started that a little bit because Tanqueray is a very juniper forward gin.
You talking about the Rank Pure?
No. I'm talking about. Hold on.
Okay.
So, gin is a very small category. One of the biggest categories out there, especially for clear spirits, is going to be vodka. It's about 20 times the size of gin.
Sure.
How do you get vodka drinkers to try gin? Well, they don't like the juniper. They don't like the pine needle.
Right.
So there was a gentleman at Tanqueray who was working with the distiller who's like, hey, what if instead of dried botanicals, we did fresh botanicals? And the guy's like, it's going to be more expensive. Cool, that's fine. But like, I want to do a gin for vodka drinkers. And that's how Tanqueray number 10 came to be.
Okay.
They're trying to go after that vodka market. That's why now you see a lot more citrus forward gins popping up in the market, is because they're trying to get a little bit of those. You have those people that they don't want to drink whiskey, they want to drink clear spirits. They may not like some of the pepper that you get from tequila, or they don't like the additives that are in some popular brands of tequila. So it's vodka or gin, and most of the time they're going to go with vodka because there's not a whole lot going on with that.
Yeah.
But if you can introduce neutral grain spirit like gin that tastes fruity without being loaded with a bunch of sugars and additives, you're going to gain some market.
The one I was talking about, have you seen the, I'm going to mispronounce it, the Tanqueray Rancor, I believe it is, with they have like the lime and like kind of like infused or whatever in it already.
Yep.
And I remember the first time, this years back, when I don't know if I think it was a newer product, probably 10 plus years ago. And I had it at a bar. They were like handing out samples and stuff like that. And I remember it tasted almost like a good gin and tonic on its own.
Yeah.
Because it had just a little bit of the lime in it already, instead of just the garnish or whatever you throw it in there. But I get what you're saying. Sean, what do you think of this with a little bit of tonic in there?
Real quick, Adam, do you want me to sit outside your store and just whirl a sign around to people to try your gin? I'll do it.
You have to try out though.
Yeah, I
Your
try
skills.
for my
Make sure
skills.
your skills are good.
Oh god, I'll be dropping it 90% of the time.
Right in the middle of the street.
Yep.
What do you think of it? Do you,
It's really
better or
good.
worse with the tonic?
He's got the tonic light, which has a third less sugar.
I literally just put a little splash in mine.
I may have put a little too much of a splash, but
Take
it's
away
but it's still good. I curious with an ice cube, make it a little cooler out.
from-
I almost brought those back, like a bowl of ice. I went through your house a little
Take
bit.
a podcast inside.
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah, I went through your house a
Here we
little
do
bit.
tour of Steve's house.
Nate, grab the laptop.
Bourbon and BS Cribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's, again, I'm not a big fan of gin, because of what Nate had mentioned. It's the typical gin. you know, I could probably, I've drank every once in a while, like with some tonic and a lime. It's not horrible, but this is like a whole nother level. I mean, I even think with like tonic and a lime with this, would complement each other as well.
We might not see if Adam and the guys or someone from High Bank, we could do a little portfolio tasting. John,
Sorry.
we could do like maybe like see if these guys would want to do like a portfolio tasting of like their core products. You know, you get the Whiskey War, you get the State House Gin. They had a
they have 2 different vodkas.
They had a rum.
I'm down.
At one point, and Adam's off already. He's got to put the kids to bed, but I forget what it was. I was at I think it was the Grandview one, and they were like, we're discontinuing this product. And I'm pretty sure it was a rum, and it was delicious. So I mean, but we could do maybe portfolio tasting because it's almost laughable that we've got this special barrel select Whiskey War that we were talking about, everyone enjoyed, and then we started pouring the gin.
And we all lost our
And
minds.
part 1 has been extended because of that. Like,
Yeah.
like it's
Damn, dude.
how does the gin pair with the cigar?
Gin for the win.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's what I think is amazing. So the gin, because it's so clean, it doesn't detract from the cigar whatsoever.
No.
Like the cigar is
Yeah.
there, but then the gin has so much flavor that this cigar doesn't even touch it.
So
I don't get much.
we have to shift back to the whiskey after this
Yes.
because when you guys all light up the sunrise, we're going to pour another glass of gin. And I have a feeling that is going to be.
Oh God.
I have a feeling. Have you guys smoked it?
I have.
Okay. I don't know if you like it or not, but I have a feeling that that's going to go well together.
This and the whiskey. With the
Yes,
bear-
but this and the State House.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get to it or not, but for those of you that will,
Well,
I think you should. What?
I think Sean had touched on it just a little bit ago. Like, none of us really here are gin drinkers.
Might be after tonight.
Because the reputation that we all grew up, I think, really with gin.
Oh, yeah.
What we heard, and then we try one, and usually we try one. I remember one time I was sitting in the B-Dubs, and I decided, hey, you know what? I want to try gin, and I ordered.
Such a weird situation.
Think a good wine?
I ordered gin. I think I ordered it on the rocks,
Just straight.
just straight.
What flavor sauce did you have going? Were you? I know you guys were
I
all.
was going to ask.
No,
That wasn't like blazing. I mean,
No, I think I had a
just-
burger.
at B-Dubs.
Ooh, teriyaki would go good with it.
but no, I mean, there's a lot of people
Parmesan
that
garlic.
don't go towards gin because they're what they grew up on, or the first time they had gin, it was Tanqueray, it was Beefeater, it was
It's
something.
the reason
like
I
that.
didn't. So I was at a resort years ago.
Sea Heroes.
I first time I tried a martini. I didn't know. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it, and they're like, do you want gin or vodka? Gin. You said it first. Hated it.
Yeah.
Hated it.
No, I'm not a fan.
And I love like a dirty vodka martini. But I mean, I remember having that first martini and I had gin in it, and I was like, "Whoa, God, what? Why?"
They put
Yeah.
bitters
This
in it
is-
too, right?
Why would you
I don't
do
know.
yourself?
I think they put bitters in it.
I don't know.
You don't like me? What the fuck?
Yeah, this can't be what people like. James Bond is out of his mind.
Damn.
But no, I mean, Sean touched on it. He's like, yeah, I'm not a gin guy, but holy cow, what this is. So that's why
dangerous.
like, there's a lot of people that want to, especially more so nowadays, they go to clear spirits because there's less inflammation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As a result, but people always want to dirty up their vodka because they don't want to drink vodka neat or on the rocks. They throw it in the freezer.
Best vodkas have no flavor.
They're
It's
not
alcohol.
supposed to.
Right.
Yes.
Just
Does that
like
mean-
rubbing alcohol.
But people sit there. They want the alcohol without
The
They
calories.
don't want to taste all the crap.
Mm.
And it's like, I think that's another reason why some more botanical forward or citrus forward gins have been doing so well lately, is because people want to have a clear spirit, but they want it to taste good.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. I mean there's a time and a place for vodka. Just even like my old man used to have Smirnoff on the rocks, like literally maybe throw a little bit of soda water or something. But I mean it was just basically that. I think it's just because he wanted to like mellow out a little bit at the end of the day but just not like he didn't need any flavor. He's just like I just need a little bit of alcohol
Yeah.
You know, to kind of like just calm me down,
Yep,
you know,
got
after
that
work
bourbon
today.
in a little bit. God damn it, Sean.
Tumor. Trump card. Tumor. Hey.
What?
You're playing that card 20 years later.
You wanted that bag that you just spilled all over, right?
Yep. It's
That's
mine
all.
now. I claimed it.
It was gonna be yours. You didn't have to piss
Fuck
all
it,
over
I
it.
claimed it.
that bug is going to
You can't say shit, Mr.
I can.
with the
that
Blanton's Gold.
All right. Well, you can't have that. That was
that
the
was
night
my
I
bottle.
and I shared.
I'm sorry.
$150 cigars.
Sorry. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, those were very expensive.
You're right.
cigars that night.
Shut up.
You
That's
can
on
still
me.
have the bag. I was being nice. I
Right.
thought
I'm sorry.
Pairing
you
with-
laugh
I don't
now.
deserve
wanna
it.
move to the
I don't
pairing
deserve
with
the bag
bourbon
now.
or with the
we've had
whiskey?
enough tonic, sir. Cut them off. No more tonic. Just alcohol.
No problems.
Yes, whiskey, cigar, and pairing. Thank you. Or just both spirits, actually.
It's gonna be the cleanest part of the bread. That
Shannon, let's start with you here. So this is where we do the ratings. 10's the best. We do 3 of them. Do whiskey / the gin, 10 out of 10. Cigar, 10 out of 10, and then pairing 10 out of 10.
All right. So the whiskey war, I really did enjoy it. It was very hot right off the rip, and then with the cigar, it kind of cooled it down. So it was enjoyable. Maybe a little hot for a night like tonight, but I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for the whiskey war. Now the gin, as a home run. I got, like we've all said, we said it before. Like gin's not our thing. I even looked at the bottle sitting here before we started, and I said, "Jesus, not."
We don't have to drink that, right?
I was like, I don't have to touch that one, really. But
Yes, you do.
it was a very surprising, like, flavors, the smell. It had a little nostalgia for me with the lemon drop smell. I could sit and drink that on the back porch, like you were saying, just kill it and not even think twice about it. So I'm gonna give that a 10, just because
I like it.
I'm not a gin guy, and that exceeded all expectations. Cigar, Alec Bradley just doesn't miss for me. Every cigar I've ever had of theirs, I've always thoroughly enjoyed. Construction's great. The burn's been great. Flavors are top notch as always, especially with this 30-year thing going on. I'll give this can never give it a 10, I guess. We'll go 9.5.
Nice.
So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and all of them together, it overpower the cigar at first, but they kind of complement each other. And with the gin, I feel like the cigar came out a little bit more, and I started enjoying it a little bit more actually with the gin.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Sean, would you like to go?
Yeah, I would try to see how the pairing is with the.
You have so much ash. Like you ash into your microphone.
It's fine. It's great. You're good. They can hear him. The mic picks up through.
I didn't want it to melt the foam underneath.
That's fine.
So I'll rub some dirt on it, right?
Nate, you want to go? Jeez.
I'll be quick.
No,
I'll be
Sean.
quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
Lock in.
you're good. You're good. He's
Lock in.
good.
I can go in the corner and just wear a dunce hat for a little bit if you guys feel better about it.
I think you're doing great.
Well, I would pair the cigar with the gin, but I unfortunately spilled it. So
But you can pour more.
There's more in the
no, I don't
bottle.
deserve it.
Jesus,
I'm
there's
an
still,
idiot.
I can see some in your glass.
I'm just checking the specs on the rotary.
Yeah. Finish the statement. You can't.
Sorry, dude.
You can't say. it.
No, the I'll go with the whiskey first. That surprised me because obviously we all admitted like the first sip you have, it's got a little bit of heat to it, but over time, you started getting more of the flavor out of it. And I love the cigar. Well, first of all, I will do the whiskey first. The whiskey is probably, I'll give it probably 8.5. I like it. I'd really like to try it in the winter when it's cold, maybe. But
See if
I'll,
we have some left, and I'll keep it in the bar at the house. We can try it.
sounds good. Do it for Christmas or Thanksgiving. So yeah, 8.5 with that. The pairing with those two, you know what? I'm jumping ahead. My ADHD is kicking in. I
So we're on
apologize.
the cigar next.
Cigar
Are
next.
you going to do gin?
I'm gonna do cigar.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm a hot mess right now.
You're good.
Hey Ray, you just missed all the fun.
You can play it back.
Yeah.
Even with my mess up in the beginning when I had to restart the show.
Okay, so I'm not the only one to feel better.
Yeah, I'm trying.
So the cigar, man, I'll give that a 9. It's the price point, the construction, just like I agree with Shannon, because I think that it's just overall it's a great. Alec Bradley never misses, in my opinion. Even the Filthy Hooligans, I'm a big fan of those too. I'm kind of bummed you didn't have them this year, by the way.
I might have some from last year upstairs for you.
Really?
Maybe.
Awesome.
And some Gouligans.
Yeah.
I got some of those.
Hooligans?
Oh, the
Gouligans. Anyway, sorry. ADHD again. Medicine is worn off.
Get him some cue cards.
Shannon, that wouldn't help. I read it wrong.
You brought up Tommy Boy. You have derailed.
Yeah,
Do you
I
validate?
derailed like 5 minutes ago.
Do you validate? Get out.
Is it me or is this taking a long time?
The pairing, sir.
The pairing.
I'm just happy that you're happy, man. Fuck it.
Are you trying to burn my arm again, Nate?
No, I'm just
Oh.
I don't have much.
So if you were to give the pairing a rating out of 10, what would you give it?
The pairing, I would give it a 9. I think they
with the whiskey, right?
Yes, with the whiskey
Yeah.
and the cigar, I'd give it a 9. I didn't have much time to really because I spilled it.
Just
Cheeks by the
Shannon,
cook.
will you pour him another one, please?
Do you have like a sippy cup with a tumbler on it or something? Maybe I wouldn't have to
Get
worry
you
about spilling it.
like a bendy straw
Yeah, that would probably be better too.
that lights up.
I think the
Twisty straw.
pairing with this, I didn't get much with the pairing with the cigar and the gin as much.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's just kind of, it didn't really do much for that. I'm giving it a 7. I mean, again, it's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it didn't pair well, but I think that, did I give a number for the gin? I gave it for, give it a 9.
I don't
9.
think yeah.
Gin's a 9. I love it.
Yeah.
I would love to drop an ice cube in this with a little more soda water and maybe 1 ice cube, small. And that would just be like the best summer drink ever.
I think it would. You don't need any additives, or like not additives, but you don't need any like other ingredients, right?
Honestly, just a lime would be fun.
That'd be
See what
fun.
happens. But yeah, overall, both bottles are amazing. The pairing with the whiskey was amazing, and the cigar is amazing. So I may have left some
Nice.
ratings out, but again,
No, you did great. No, it's fine.
thanks, Steve, for keeping me on track.
Nate, how about you?
So for the Whiskey War Barrel Select, not like these guys. Like I know these guys got a lot of heat initially at the beginning. They were very worried, like, "Holy shit!" I did not get that, and I had the neck pour.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know what the 2 finishing barrels and those products taste like, and I know what the regular Whiskey War product tastes like, I am so impressed that something like this, because those 2 sherry barrels, those are very distinct flavor profiles. They're fortified wines. Those are flavor bombs. And to be able to finish their product in those 2 different barrels and still be able to taste everything. Like, when you taste that product, you taste all 3 elements. You taste the whiskey blend, you taste the PX, you taste the Oloroso. And for me, at 118.44, like, it didn't burn. Even that first sip, it didn't hit me in the back of the throat.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a little bit of that ethanol through the nose. To be able to, like I said earlier, to be able to do that and still get that kind of flavor and keep the flavor of your core product visible.
Yeah.
I think that is absolutely amazing. So for the whiskey, I'm a 9 on the whiskey. That is an absolutely fantastic bottle. I don't need it to be wintertime to enjoy this bottle. I can enjoy it right now because those 2 different sherry bottles, the flavors that those give off, like, those are flavors that you can appreciate on a warm day.
It's a nice bottle.
That raisin, the fruit, that nuttiness, the like, you can appreciate those even when it's warm out. This is something, it doesn't have to be winter for me to drink. I can drink this in the summertime. It's
How about
so nice.
touching on the gin?
On the gin, holy shit.
So 10.
In the world of gin,
Just say
that is
10.
an absolute 10.
That
Just
is-
say 10.
That's a banger.
All right. How about the cigar?
Cigar,
He was moaning the whole time.
on the cigar, I'm going to give the cigar an 8.5.
Okay.
Really good smoke. It was not as heavy as what I thought it was going to be at first look.
That's true.
It's got some good flavors to it. It was kind of hard for me to pick out certain flavors on the cigar,
Yeah.
but it's burned well. The construction has been absolutely fantastic.
And we've got a fan on us, mind you, that's blowing.
Yes.
So
And
that will affect the burn, is
It
what I
will.
mean.
Yeah.
Like when you're on the golf course or whatever, like it'll affect the burn line. That's why I was just giving a little bit of credit to it.
it's been a steady burn line. I've not had to touch it up. It's burned nice and slow. It's got just a nice feel. The smell on tobacco, as I mentioned earlier, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that one.
If it tasted like that while on fire, like I'd probably bump the score up even higher. But it's an absolutely solid cigar, and to do it at that price point, I think that helps because of the fact that they've been acquired by STG. So you've got a really big pocket promoting that brand and being able to do stuff, and they can acquire some of those tobaccos. The other thing I disagree with these two guys on is I've had some misses with Alec Bradley. I've had some cigars that have come out from them that I absolutely did not like whatsoever. Stuff that if I rated them, they'd be below a 6 on some of their cigars. This is not one of those.
They've had a lot that they've added and also taken away from their portfolio, mind you.
But no, this is absolutely fantastic smoke. And like I said, it's lighter than what I thought it would be just based on the look.
Mm-hmm.
They say medium plus. I agree with that. I was expecting something a little bit stronger. But what's amazing is even though the cigar is more in that medium category, and we're drinking very, very flavorful, and for the whiskey side, very strong juice here. They don't overpower the cigar, and the cigar doesn't overpower either spirit.
Goes
You've
well.
got an 82 proof, and you've got 118 proof
Yeah.
spirit. The cigar doesn't overpower either one of them, and the spirits don't overpower the cigar. They're different flavor profiles on every aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually the gin, the flavors there might complement the cigar a little bit more. I think with the whiskey war, that one, some of those flavors kind of linger around a little bit with the whiskey, but there's nothing with any of the three that's competing for territory on your tongue.
No, I think that
So pairing for everything, I'm going to be a 9 on the pairing.
across the board.
Either way.
Okay. Which
That's pretty high for you.
that is,
shit, it's high for me.
Yeah, he's digging it. So for me, I'll do the whiskey first. Oh, the bartender here. Thank you, Kristen.
Oh,
Kristen brought out something. I don't know what for Sean.
I thought she was bringing
It
black.
might be cold tonic. I already got. Yeah, Nate, if you would go grab from the bar there, please. Thank
Thanks,
you,
Nate,
Kristen.
'cause I probably trip
And
over
Nate.
everything to get there.
The whole table goes down.
Yep.
Somehow my lights go out.
I
So
came
it's just a tumbler full of ice.
Oh, there you go. A little bit of.
I came straight from work. I'm a little tired.
We're just settling in, man.
Yeah, baby.
So, yeah, whiskey for me. I'm actually going to go back to the pairing because
Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Nate.
Nate, I will say, I'm a little bit different than you on the pairing because I think that maybe it's just the classic. No, thank you. Just keep it right there. Should keep it cold.
Keep it covered.
I think this is just more of a classic pairing. The barrel proof or barrel select, excuse me, of the whiskey war and the cigar. I mean, we started out with it. I'm going back to it right now, and this is sitting around. Sean, your campfire or whatever, your fire pit or whatever
Yeah.
at your house,
Mm-hmm.
this is a great thing to just sit around, sip on this whiskey, smoke this cigar. That is
Fall asleep in
like,
the chair. Awesome.
yeah, I mean, see where it goes. But with the gin, I think it goes well with it. But I think the gin actually brings out some not as enjoyable characteristics of the cigar for me, like the whiskey does. So I'm opposite of you, Nate, with the pairing. I think I like the whiskey more than the gin with the cigar. But that's the only difference, because I'm with everyone else. The whiskey for me, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I think this was a cool project that they did. No offense to Adam and the team at Whiskey War and High Bank. It's you guys keep bringing out. We've talked about it before on the podcast in kind of generalities, but I mean they do it. They bring out all these fantastic one-off limited projects, like the small batches, and the price tag on them. It's justifiable. I understand it, but it's tough for me because when you release these projects and you want to get in line, you want to grab these things, it's just tough. It's tough for the everyday consumer to be like, I want to support you. I enjoy everything that pretty much you put out. I want to get all of them, but it's like when you release 2 or 3 or something like that, I don't have the funds to drop $300 to $400 just to grab these bottles. You know what I mean? Because I love your work. So that's the only thing that I would say is a tough pill to swallow for me on this. I'm not saying it's not justified. It's just when you are trying to enjoy and support and you enjoy a certain distillery, it's tough to do that $115 for a bottle, right?
How
It's
many
just
bottles did you say they produced?
400 some.
Yeah.
So I'm not, there's no fault
No.
being made.
I will say, sorry, Sean,
No, you go ahead. Bud.
just with that little cube to the gin, with that,
That's my ratings whenever you guys are.
oh, I'm sorry. With that little cube added to the gin, with that just a slight chill down, next level.
You guys are just enjoying your cocktails. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Sean?
I'm just going to ask. Well, go ahead, finish your
I'm
finish your
good.
ratings, and
I'm
I'll ask
good.
the question.
All right.
I'll remember it. I promise.
Cigar 8. This is a solid 8. This is a fantastic cigar at the price point. It's not super complex. This is just an enjoyable cigar. So I mean, an 8 for me. I mean, you could go 8 to 9 or whatever else. This is not a wow factor cigar for me. This is just a solid. Oh, this is an $11 or whatever you want, $12 cigar, average price or a little bit below average price. Yeah, I'll take a 5-pack of them. You know what I mean? All day long, I'll take a 5-pack. And if I don't know what I want to smoke that day, whether it be at the shop or if it's at my house, and I'm like, I don't know what I feel like, you're like, I'm going to start with an Alec Bradley 30 years.
Yep.
Because I know it's going to be solid. I know it's going to be enjoyable. It's medium. They call it medium plus. I'm right there, medium on this thing. Yeah, this is great. I mean, this is a solid 8 is a good rating for this, even though Alan, Bradley and Alec would probably be like, only an 8. It's like, I think that's what it is. It's a good thing for a $12 cigar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Would you expect something? Do you think they could pull off an anniversary project like this that was more flavor, had more complexity, more flavor? Because you talk about, it's not.
no,
a
I like
complex
this.
cigar.
I like this. I like what they did here.
Do you think they could do something for an anniversary that was more complex, more flavorful, but keep it at the same price point?
I mean, possibly with the blending. Yeah, blending it, you could. I think they did a limited size, the Perfecto, with a small batch, right? And this is no.
You need to try that.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you want to try it?
No.
No?
So
Okay.
yes, I think instead of a limited size, they could have done a 30 years. This is the regular production, and then possibly say you added age to the tobacco. You tweaked it a little bit. That's the small batch, right? This is our 30-year anniversary. When it's gone, it's gone. Instead of a Vitola, you do a different blend. So we released both of these. This is our very well aged, overly aged tobacco for the 30-year commemorative. It's going to be gone. This is our 30 years that is going to be a regular release. That I think they could have done.
Shannon and
Do you
I.
think this tastes like anything else from
No.
the 30-year or from the Alec Bradley portfolio?
Not off the top of my head. John?
No, Shannon and I are Just so you know, Alan and Ruben, if you happen to be listening, we had better ratings than these two. So we're bigger fans. Anyway,
he
question.
sold the company.
Well, I don't care. I still like
Yeah,
him.
he made $71 million off the sale.
Good for him. But I still like him. He's a cool
He's
dude.
awesome.
Anyway, question for you all. What would be a good cigar do you think that would pair well with the gin? Is there anything out there you think you can smoke that would actually like go, wow, that really went well with the gin?
I already kind of said, I think the Sunrise, the next cigar, I think might really go well with it because
You did that. You said that.
It's a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
I think a mild to medium, I think would go really well with it.
Trying to think of any lighter body cigars that have more floral components to them. I might need to think on that a little bit more in order to come up with one. But I think with the flavor profile of the gin, like I think you could do an even stronger cigar and it would still taste fine as a pairing. I think either way you did it, like you would still taste them just fine.
Kristen's serving snacks tonight. So just don't
I'm going to see if that pairs well with
don't chew into the microphone just for the
no,
the
but I'm going
audience
to try
out
to see
there.
if it pairs well with the cigar or the gin.
Hey Ray, I agree with the gin, but this is a different type of gin.
This is not.
This is not-
regular gin.
Yeah, this isn't a regular gin. I hate gin myself, and this
Well, and
this
Ray,
is something
All
different.
gin.
Ray came in late, so what Ray may not have heard is this gin is a blend of their regular gin. Some of it was finished in a Sangiovese barrel. Some was finished in a Madeira barrel for 41 months. And then those two products blended together to make this. So this
Yeah.
is not a regular gin. This is not normal gin.
Literally.
Because, like we all said, like none of us are gin drinkers. But
Well-
every single one of us love this bottle.
When I sat down and saw the gin bottle sitting here, I said, "Jesus, this is not going to go good tonight." But it was a pleasant surprise. It's actually really tasty.
I was worried there was going to be like pine needles mixed with fruit, and I was glad that it wasn't that way. So
Does everyone see the screen there?
Yes.
This whole
Topic.
night's a work in progress. What are you talking about?
That's agreed upon that. Yes. Topic tonight, guys, work in progress. Pull up what I put on the description here. We all like to say we're a work in progress, but what does that really mean? This week, we're talking about growth, accountability, relationships, work, and the difference between giving yourself grace and making excuses. Whether it's your career, your marriage, your attitude, or your habits, the question is simple. Are you actually improving or just repeating the same patterns?
I think those questions come right from me.
That was not aimed at you.
Yeah, John. Every time we come over the topic, we're targeting you.
I
just think it's
wasn't.
cool. No, I'm not.
Oh, I thought you were like,
It's like-
thanks, Steve, for targeting me again. I wasn't. I didn't mean that.
So everybody stare at Sean right now.
Yeah. Sean, you want to go first, though? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
No, I think that work in progress is something that I really have been thinking about in a lot of areas. We're doing a lot of, I think what really gave me the idea is that we're doing some home improvements recently. Kristen and I are. And it was like we bought the house. It's pretty much move-in ready, but at the same time, it's like you want to make it your own. So we've been doing, and I felt kind of like a project manager. And so when thinking about the topic tonight, it was something that I'm like, all right, well, this is really relevant to me right now. We just had a new roof put on, thankfully, with insurance. We just had the deck kind of redone. We are doing different projects of interior decorating, trying to add some lighting fixtures. We already kind of rejected a quote we wanted to do like wainscoting in our front entryway and got the quote for it. And we're like, okay, that'll wait. If maybe forever, we don't know.
Yeah.
But then it was one of those things. It's like, are we happy with the house? Are we happy with parts of the house? Or do we want to keep like putting effort and thought and money into it and making it our own? Or are we just doing it because we want to keep busy? Or are we like just trying to make
There's definitely a life correlation there.
there's a life correlation. I don't think I know that's not what Kristen and I are doing. It's just more of I started trying to think of like a topic, 300 some episodes in, and then it started like, all right, so that's us too. That's me. I mean, I personally, and you guys go with this, it's like from now I'm, in my mid 40s, and I'm like trying to, you think about it, 30s, everything gets a little harder physically, mentally. There's a bit of a fog there, so you try to battle that. You try to, make sure you're there for your important people, and you also try not to let the outside negativity come in. Like there's all sorts of that stuff, and I think that's where it's like, when you say, a lot of people say I'm a work in progress, I can see it being, there's the positive spin of it where it's like, I'm a work in progress and I'm happy with where I'm going with my career, my relationship. I'm happy with right now where I'm headed with my my physical, like my health and everything else. And then there's the negative side of it where it's like people say, well, I'm a work in progress. And it's like, kind of like, that's why I messed up. That's why I'm struggling. There's two sides of the phrase of work in progress. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I think they can both happen at the same time. Like there's two sides of it. Certain things you feel good and you are a positive work in progress, your steps in. And there's other aspects of your life that you are steps behind at the moment. And you say, well, you don't feel defeated. Are you saying it's a work in progress because I know I've fallen off, but I'm trying? Or do you say I'm a work in progress almost as an excuse? That's kind of like, there's so many different facets, not only in the arenas of life and your personal life and your business and your career and in your relationships, but it's just like, there's so many different facets of like, what does that phrase mean and why, sure, and when does it change, and kind of run with that.
Yep.
Didn't Ted Lasso say I'm a work in progress?
Progress.
I put that in the comments, but I think it was an
Progress.
episode. I'm a work in progress.
Yes.
Yeah. Sean, I know you want to get in there.
Yeah, I want to get in here.
And it wasn't aimed towards you.
I know.
Okay.
Get out.
But I like that you felt it.
Yeah, I felt it. Fuck, I feel it every day. No, and I'm not, you said like, sometimes I think we can all agree most of us are a work in progress, and it ebbs and flows. Some days I'm on, some days I'm getting shit done, the other days I'm struggling. And it's always a battle. I try to do what I can to stay positive, but I fight it all the time with being exhausted and working long hours and getting shit done around the house. And there's some projects we want to do, but I want to tell you, you've only been here for over a year, right?
A year and a half now, man.
So
yeah,
we've been in our house for almost 24 years, and
you've done so much to it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I had to do it right now. Like it just took it over the years. We did little things at a time.
Yeah,
and I think that for me is trying, like, if I had my way, I want to do everything now. And
yeah.
Like we have a patio that I want to rip that out and put in a deck, and it's going to be bigger and it's going to be better, but it's going to be 28 grand. So for me, that's
also, yeah, everything's gone up in price too, right?
Yeah. So it's like one of those where like, we can put it off, try to save up for some of that shit and do it eventually. And I think it will be. Coming from the first day we moved into what we've done now, like Steve said, we've done a lot, and stuff like that around the house and trying to improve your quality of living when it comes to where you live. But I feel like I've always been in a battle with trying to keep moving forward, trying to stay more present in my life and try not to worry or project too much about what's going to happen or dwell in the past. And that's helped me a lot recently. I've kind of really focused on that, which allows me to get, it takes away a lot of the worries. And so allows me to improve my work in progress by doing that. And
what takes away the worries?
Projecting or worrying about what happened in the past.
Yeah.
And so, and that was been my biggest battle for God knows how long. And, finally, I guess early this year, maybe last year, just kind of clicked. And yeah, I still struggle with it. But when I can ground myself to the point where I'm able to focus on what's happening right now in this moment, it's easier to take on other challenges in my life when they are presented at the time I needed to deal with.
Mhm.
instead of worrying about, oh my God, I got to do this and this in 3 weeks. Like, nope, fuck that. It's 3 weeks. I mean, how often do you project things that you think is going to happen and they actually don't? Probably 99% of the time. So why fucking worry about it? So lately I'm on an upswing, getting my energy back and eating a little bit better. And
Dude, you walked in. What I said, I mean, you didn't look bad before, but literally you walked up the driveway. I'm like, "What's up, Slint? Like, you look good.
thank you.
Yeah, you look healthy, which you didn't look unhealthy before." But
No, I agree.
like,
No.
it was just like, I don't know. There was something about you walking up. And that's why I asked you, like, how you feeling? Like, because you look fucking good, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm not flirting, unless you're interested.
I was kind of disappointed. It
I think
wasn't
Kristen
flirting.
stopped watching, but
It's okay. It's our secret.
Not a secret anymore.
I love you, babe. I'm talking
You're
to
naughty.
Kristen. Talking to Kristen.
I'm a side piece, Kristen. Anyway,
Stop. Weirder. I was joking, and then you made it weird. You don't
That's what he
have,
does.
You don't have to make it weird.
oh, I love it. I love every minute of it. Anyway, no, man, I think this week really kind of catapulted me into a positive because of him right next to me,
Shannon,
right over
yeah,
there.
for sure.
Being back with him, and we golfed a couple times, and I just kind of felt that fire started igniting again about things I want to do that I haven't done in years, and I'm kind of fired up. So it's nice to have him be here and just kind of remind me what it was like, because when he was here, I didn't really have that problem, and we have a lot of similarities and likes in what we do. So it's gonna suck that he leaves, but I'm gonna try to get down there later this year and hang out with him. And again, though, I can't dwell on what happened in the past with how we were, but I embraced every fucking second with this dude, and it made me feel so much better and allowed me to be my old self again. And I think that's exactly what I need. And with the help of you and Steve and Nate, you guys have been in my corner ever since. And I being working from home for so long, it really put me in a rut. But being now in an office job, it's tough. But it's now I'm finally getting that, like, I'm back at it. I want to go golfing again. I want to do things again. So I don't know, man. I cherish today. Hope tomorrow is a good one. And
It will.
that's all I can do.
Love that, man. Thank you for
Thanks.
sharing that. That's awesome.
Sorry,
That's awesome. No, you didn't actually. That was very well spoken.
It was on point.
That was not. Yeah, you might have blacked out for a little bit. What happened? That was shit. Billy Madison?
No.
No. Old school.
Yeah.
Old school.
Oh yeah, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
James Carville. Actually, what happened was
Oh man.
Shannon, Nate. I mean, work in progress. I mean, and Sean
Oh, work in
took what I framed up
progress.
and teed it off.
I think I shared a little with you at the shop the other day, and
Mhm.
Sean. But last year was probably my hardest year I've had it, and probably my hardest year ever. Just being away from everybody, and I turned 50 last year. I didn't think I was struggling with it, but I really was. And then when I came home for my birthday and was around everybody and just kind of, like Sean was saying, back around your people, it brings you a life and you're feeling really good, but mentally I was struggling really bad. And then when I went back to Texas, the rest of that year was just a complete mind melt for me. I really didn't do social media. I wasn't on. I didn't really pay attention to anything. It would just it almost like hurt to see everybody up here having a good time and doing
It
their
was terrible.
thing.
You didn't miss anything. I didn't get married or buy a house or anything like that. It's all
No,
fine.
nothing like
No.
that.
Having a good time,
Really
though?
basic.
What's that
Were you having a good time?
down there?
Yeah.
No,
Why?
I just couldn't get into it. I didn't want to make. I know a lot of people down there, and I cut in a barbershop. I've met a lot of amazing people, and I made a lot of friends down there. But I just wasn't opening myself fully to make like solid friends. I have a couple. There was a point in me I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to make new friends. I have my core friends back here, and I didn't want that to be messed up. But I don't know. I just struggled really bad. Like the whole year, there was times. I mean, no, I wasn't going to hurt myself. So let's get this clear.
Oh boy.
I wasn't going to hurt myself.
With the knives.
But there's a few. There's
Except
more
for
than
on
a
the
few
golf
times.
course. Except for on the golf course.
Yeah, throw a couple.
You might tweak yourself a little bit.
There was a handful of times I woke up when I opened my eyes. I was like, "Fuck!" I woke up another day. Here we
Seriously?
go. Yeah.
Fuck.
So I was like in that like boohoo.
You have my number.
I have everybody, and
I know, I'm
I
just
couldn't
saying,
pull the
man.
trigger to do any of that stuff. But
I know.
but
Reach
after the first of the year, I decided to get my shit together. Went to the doctors, got a bunch of checkups, got some things figured out. Mentally, I'm in a good place now.
Speak on that real quick. I'm sorry because I'm the one
What's
that
that?
always has to bring this up. You said you got shit checked out. We talked about that a little bit.
So I went to the doctor because I haven't been in the
How old are you
doctor.
right now?
I'm 50. I'll be 51 next month.
It's usually the sequence.
Yep, it's coming up. But I just, everybody talks about that year 50 is like a mental kind of like everything you've done up until the point. Then
It used to be 40 for our parents.
true.
Now it's 50, right?
Now it's 50, and
I
I
just
was
wanted you to comment on like what you had looked at and
I
why
had
it
all
was
my blood
important.
work done, and just to make sure like nothing was out of whack. Surprisingly, physically, I'm healthy. If you look at me, I don't look healthy.
Look great.
No,
Great beard.
the beard's on point.
Yeah, always. Always.
I got the handlebar mustache going,
It's a distraction.
but I don't know. I just let. I guess I'm a type of person that eats their feelings, and I just ate, and I put on a lot of weight, and I'm in the process of taking care of that now. I've joined the
Work in progress.
gym, got the blood work done. I got all that figured out. So this year I'm actually looking forward to. Last year I could care less. This year, then coming home, getting to be around everybody and laugh and just fall right back into where we were those are the things you need, like those little bumps you need. And I can carry this with me the rest of the year. And I don't know, I'm enjoying life again. Last year I did not enjoy one day. It wasn't one day I could tell you I was happy.
I
Look good on that boat though.
That was the beginning of
That
the good
was
time.
all right. That's this year we're talking about the
Yeah,
boat.
that was this
That
year.
was this year. Okay, I thought that was like
The
last year.
all last
Yeah.
year, he asked me to go out on the boat, and I would say no,
Oh, fuck, dude.
no. And this year, I said yes, and it was like the greatest freaking thing ever.
Isn't that great how that works? Sometimes you know, it's like it's that friend that you keep asking, like, hey, let's go.
Yep.
Like, hey, we're going to dinner. Hey, we're going out. Hey, we're gonna go, I don't know, on a walk, like whatever it might be. And they're like, yeah, like I will. And then they kind of back out.
Yeah.
And then they finally say yes, and they say what? God, I needed this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it was like that. Like I've been that person. I've had people in my life that were those people, and it's you almost like to what you're saying. When you are that person, it's like, okay, let's go. Like it's not a full accelerator, like full throttle necessarily, but it's like, all right, hang on to that feeling.
Yeah.
That man, I needed this. Like, how do I make this kind of make sense with my everyday life
Absolutely.
without blowing off all these other
Dude, as soon as we
responsibilities?
pulled away from the dock and went under the bridge, and he opened up that boat, and we were just full stride through the bay of, the Gulf. It was just like, fuck.
What?
Beard flying in the wind, we
I
got
got
out
video.
there
I got video.
catching fish. It was an amazing day. So
Dude,
I think that mirrors a lot of people. There's a lot of people that, the day to day is a grind. They have a hard time with it. They go on vacation, and they always expect vacation to reset them. Like they go on that vacation, I really needed this, and they go on vacation for a week at most people.
So you can't afford, right?
Yeah. And,
Work-wise and financially,
but
usually.
they sit there and the other 51 weeks of the year, it's all based on what's going on with their normal day-to-day lives. They have that 1 week off where things are different, and they're like, this is really what I needed. I think, and for you, that was coming up here and being back with the people that you grew up with.
Yeah.
You used to live here and used to hang out with us all the time. That was like your vacation.
Yeah.
Was come up here and spend time with those people, with us. I think what would help a lot of people is, how do you get through it on the other 51 weeks when you're not on vacation, when you're not with the old crap?
Real quick, add in that people look for 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
or
That's what I'm hearing too.
Well,
Just,
there's
like,
also
you're not on vacation, but you're just waiting for the clock to hit 5, respectively,
or the kind
and
of
you're done with work for the day.
the kind of person that goes, "Oh darn, it's Monday. Thank God it's Friday."
Right.
One of those.
So yes. So go ahead.
It's the same kind of thing.
Same thing.
Well, here-
And I think what people need to realize is you don't spend most of your life on vacation. You don't spend most of your life on the weekend. So where do you spend most of your life? Okay, if you're someone who works, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, that's where you spend most of your time. How do you make the best of that? I think if more people focused more on how do they make the best of what makes up the majority of the time, I think that'll do a lot more good for people. So
Yeah.
You're sitting there saying, Shannon, that you're almost afraid of making friends down there because you have the core group up here in Ohio.
Absolutely.
Because this is where you live for a very long time.
This was my life. Yeah.
Yes, this was your life. You lived here, you worked here.
It still
you did that
is.
for so long. You're not here anymore.
No.
You're now in Texas. I think, and this is just me, I think what would help is, hey, I live in Texas. I live here. I live in this community. How do I live with these people? How do I live in this community? Because these are the people that I'm surrounding myself with the vast majority of the time. I think it's helpful to make friends there because that's where you're spending your time. It's great to come back and visit friends when you're going back to what was your home. All due respect, this is no longer your home.
Home away from home.
Yeah.
This is where you grew up.
Well-
This is where you lived in the past tense.
Well, the sad part is, if you'd have looked at my life last year, you would look at me and say, "What the fuck are you bitching about?"
Sorry.
I mean-
I've told him that.
So
pictures. And
Grass is always greener, right?
Yeah. I mean,
that's it.
'cause-
sometimes the grass is greener because it's fertilized with bullshit. I've been saying that for years.
I work in a barber shop. I come and go as I please. I run my own schedule. I'm surrounded by beaches, great food,
You're right. It sounds horrible.
and I golf twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. It's like
no income tax.
no income tax.
God bless. God bless Texas.
On paper, it's like, this fucking guy's an idiot.
Well,
But
we thought that of you when you were here. So in all fairness, I just want to level that out
I
here.
didn't want you to leave.
But you understand my
We just said it behind your back when you left.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
But you
Yeah.
guys understand the point I'm trying to make, though.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But now I'm like in the right frame of mind where, I have a good life. I have a great wife. I love her to death. We have a great time. There was no, even with all the crap last year with me and mentally, there was no friction between us. That was still good. And
That's good.
we enjoyed life. We did a lot of things, but I just couldn't get out of my own way for whatever reason. And this year I'm throwing all that shit to the wind, and I'm going to enjoy every single bit of it.
So there's a common thing that I've been listening to so far from everyone here is that, Sean, you actually led off with, you don't necessarily want to live in the past, like, because things that maybe more of a negative spin, right?
Sure. Especially
So just kind of piecing together with the way my mind works is that, Sean's talking about, living in the past, you can't necessarily dwell in it. And you want, like, the work in progress there is that side where it's like you grow from that, right?
Sure.
You don't live in that moment. You say, okay, that happened. Now I got to do X.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I got to be better. I got to grow from it. I have to learn from it. And then, Nate, you're talking in regards to what Shannon was saying and talking about last year and everything else. And what Shannon was saying is more along the lines of what you're saying, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nate, you bring up the vacation mindset, and that's why I brought in like, you know, the 9 to 5. You're saying, you know, can't wait for Friday. It's all that same mentality. I feel like the way my mind's working, listening to all you guys talk, is that there is a very common ground there where it is, whether it's negative or positive, that can frame the growth going forward. So it's like, you know, Sean, you didn't get into specifics there, which is fine. You know, Shannon, you kind of dove just the next layer down, you know what I mean? And then, you know, Nate, you're talking about the positive vacation. You're looking forward to your next vacation, which is fun, right? I mean, if you like, I hope everyone has that.
We all look forward to
even
fun.
if your day-to-day life is fantastic, it's like you still want something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Like whether it's a vacation, whether it's the weekend. I mean, it's okay. You can still enjoy your day-to-day life. But the common ground there is that this whole work in progress topic is that whether it's a negative or a positive for you, Shannon, with, you know, being back here and having this positive spin on, like, you know, friends and the familiarity and all that stuff. It's like that could be the catapult to meeting more people, not just new people, but more people. You don't like knock off the person that's like the furthest down the totem pole of like your friends back here. You're like, well, so like I only have 30 friends in my roster. It's like, who am I going to cut back home?
Who's making the cut, motherfucker?
It's like, this
Applications, please.
This new guy's pretty good. Sean, you're safe. You're at the top of the list. It's like, you know, Steve and Nate, you're mid to lower tier. I'm busy.
Steve's mid, I'm lower.
But
No,
do you see what I'm saying here? It's like you can still you can still feel like you can grow from that. Like it should catapult you, whether it was a negative year or the past further back. You should learn and grow from that. I know personally it sometimes takes longer on certain things than others, but it's like it doesn't mean that you have to not live in the past by cutting it out.
No,
but it means that you should use the positive and the negative of the past. You move out of town, it's tough. You know what I mean? Because you are. I don't know that as much. You know, Kristen knows that more because she's moved around, and you know her family's not close to us proximity wise, but it's like my family's close to us proximity wise, and it's like I feel like we have like a text thread more with her family than my family. And you know, it's like there's different levels of that, and I feel like you can grow going forward positively and negatively from past in a good way, in a growth way, where I don't think everyone really differentiates the difference between those two, because there can be a common ground where that you take your positive going forward as the influence that I'm going to keep growing.
Sure.
This, like, people will want to know me, not in an ego way, but it's like, because I can, like, man, we're like, oh, so like, tell me about yourself. Well, I used to live in Ohio. I had this great set of friends, and I had this like home base, and you know, I'm excited to be here. I'm also a little bit not excited to be here because I miss that. But at the same time, it's like I hope that I can have a familiarity, but something new and different to build off of that. It doesn't mean you have to. That was my whole thing. It's like, it doesn't mean you're cutting off the relationships from the past. You may not talk as often because you're busy, and the people back at home or the people in your past, everyone's day-to-day gets busier. So it's like, you got to like balance that, because there may be people in your life that they might think that, oh, well, they're having a good time and they're busy. They don't have time for me anymore. You know what I mean? They're living their life, and it's like, man, they haven't reached out, and I haven't reached out because I don't want to bug them and all that stuff. It's like, there's so much. I think there's more positivity in the work in progress than there should be with the negativity.
I take what you said, and it kind of like drives home my life for the last 10 years. And I mentioned it before, but like, I worked from home for like over almost 10 years, like I mentioned earlier, and I got in a rut. Like, all I did was just like sit in my back porch and smoke cigars and drink bourbon. And like, there were a lot of times my wife's like, why don't you go golfing? Why don't you go do something? I'm like, nah. And now that my previous job, it just kind of ended suddenly. And I ended up finding a job, fortunately, pretty quick after that. But it forced me to go back out into the world and be in an office setting. And I was dreading it. But as soon as I started doing it, it's like the fucking lights just blew up. It was like, oh my God, now I have to get up and I have to go somewhere. And I noticed like, I have more energy. I feel like I have a purpose. Whereas before I just would wore out of bed and work 12 hours straight, get off and be a zombie. But now it's like, I'm able to get up, interact with people again. I'm pretty much a social guy, and I kind of fell back into just not wanting to be social, but having that happen to me, I take all of that and spin that all into a positive and realize, okay, well, working from home it was great, but I had 4 days off one week and 3 days off the other weeks. And you think I'd be out there fucking golfing and doing everything? I didn't want to do shit. And now I didn't really realize it though, until I started this job where I work in an office, and I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I wasted so much time not doing anything. But now that I'm like back in that setting, things have started to open up. And like I mentioned earlier, just him being here allowed me to like start golfing again. I'm looking forward to want to golf now. And just among other things, like do more things with my wife but I take all of that shit that I fought through, and I'm glad I went through it in the sense of knowing that on the other side, it was better for me to change. And the other thing that I wanted to bring up real fast was like, for me, it's a battle every day. With the brain tumor I had, not really the hard thing, that didn't do much, but like I'm still feeling that effects of the tumor because I'm taking medication for it. And sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I fall into deep depression. And I think a lot of times people understand like the anguish I go through at times, trying to stay up, trying to stay positive, trying to be present for people. Really fell off that wagon working from home, but now I'm like, I can grind and feel like I have a sense of accomplishment. And again, I credit all that shit I went through, as hard as it was and as depressing as it was. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be able to bounce back and be who I used to be.
I think, unfortunately, it's one of those things that COVID took away from us that we didn't realize. So when COVID first,
The response to COVID.
the response, yeah. There were a lot of people when the response 6 years ago first took off. They're like, "Hey, you're gonna have to work from home until we figure out what we're gonna do." There were a lot of people
wasn't able to. That it sounded nice.
Yeah, at the very beginning,
At first, yeah.
exactly. There were a lot of people. I mean, I would say the vast majority of people. They were like, "Sweet, I get to work from home. Cool, I'll take my laptop home." Or if you had a desktop, suddenly the company's providing you a laptop and monitors and all the stuff to get that situated. You're working from home. You're like, this is nice. I can sleep in longer. I can get up 5 minutes before my shift starts. I don't have to get dressed. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to drive, or I don't have to deal with traffic.
Right. So
I don't have to deal with any of that. And we got used to that. We're like, this is great. And then like after a while, we're like, I kind of miss like talking to people. I'm talking to a computer screen.
Some people did, and other people were just like, I just want to keep working from home.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of people that would prefer working from home, and I think it's because
the technology has given those that want the hermit lifestyle to be able to do the hermit lifestyle.
Yeah, but even people that love working from home, I think there's a lot of those people that wish they could still have the person-to-person contact, the person-person interaction, the conversation. Like they miss having those because all their conversations are through text, through whatever program, Teams, Skype, whatever. Their only human interaction is through a computer. And initially that was great because we're like, I don't have to get up as early. I don't have to drive. I don't have to deal with traffic. Like, cool. And then they're like, I get tired of being at home. Yeah. Eventually that got tiresome.
Do you remember? I remember this because I was kind of I still have an iPhone, but when the iPhone 4 came out, right? Does anyone remember that? That was the first one that's All right. So everyone else other than Sean, listen.
I think-
If you have a green bubble, fuck off.
I think
But
I think my first iPhone was a 6.
so when the iPhone 4 came out, and God bless and God rest in peace, Steve Jobs, they had this whole thing where you can, and I know Google and Android had it before that, but it was the FaceTime thing.
Oh yeah.
And this was a thing where you did have video chat. You had, I think Skype was out, right? But it was when you could actually see someone on the other end, like it was the future was here. And they even on the iPhone 4 thing, no one remembers this other than me, but it was like they literally had like this, I think it was a family, and they were the one side of it was sign language. And it was like all of these like positives of like, we can fucking do this now. Like on your phone. You don't have to be sitting in front of its desktop with this like mass
On your
commuting.
handheld device.
It's in your pocket. You pull it out and you're like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And then none of us used it. Like no one, like, everyone was texting. Do you remember that? Like it was like we have this now, and you're like, oh, this is cool. Let's check it out. And you're like, all right, I'll text you later. You're like, Jesus Christ. And then fast forward to what you're talking about, Nate, and it was like now we just take it for granted. You know, you have Teams, you have what is this? Not Skype. What's the one that just went nuts?
Zoom.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Holy shit! If you were at a Zoom stock at that time,
Fuck.
Oh,
yeah,
hell,
you might be
during-
retired right now.
during the lockdowns, the big Zoom parties we used to have during the lockdowns.
We and I, we did some Zoom Bourbon and BS podcast
All
or
of
the
them.
community page. We did some of that on Facebook, and then like they actually neutered some of that. We couldn't do it anymore. But it's amazing that it's like, again, going back to topic, work in progress is like this progress has been happening, and then when you can actually utilize it, it's fun at first, and then I just want to see someone.
I think
I want to shake a hand.
I think it's because when it first became available, it was the minority of what we did. Now it's the majority, and we miss the minority part of that.
It was a utility that could be used for good, and like again, Kristen works from home, and thank God we don't need to move to Denver for her job, right? But she can work from home and be very successful at it because her work ethic's still there. She still, does the work, puts in the hours.
Yeah.
And then there's the other side of it that you take it for granted, that it's like, oh, I can just move my mouse around and they think I'm working from home. And then it's like, how's the progress going? And you're like, well, it's been a tough week.
I knew a few people had the mouse jigglers.
Oh yeah,
They'd
that
set their
was-
mouse on this little thing, it'll jiggle it so it looked like they
And,
were working.
and God bless the technology or the people behind that technology, right? That they made their nut on that because they're like, hey, for those slackers out there.
I won't say his name,
down
but
on
I'd
this.
go over to his house during the day and we'd go out and smoke cigars and he would stick his mouse on this little jiggler thing.
Oh no, I saw one.
Fucked up, man.
I saw one where
maybe.
a person had taped a couple of butter knives to their oscillating fan.
Oh shit.
So that way it would just
This is why I hate some people.
it would just do that and move the mouse.
And then they're upset that they got fired.
Yeah. Well,
This person worked for
Okay,
the state, even better.
but no,
What
no,
state? This
Steve,
one? God damn it.
I'm
American
glad
one.
you no.
She had the mouse movement.
I'm not gonna talk about it.
Yeah, let's
I'm
leave it
glad
there.
you said that because one of the things I've been thinking about since you brought the topic up, I think one of the points that a lot of people miss is when they call themselves a work in progress. The part they leave out really is the work.
They do.
They don't like you. They want to call themselves a work in progress, but they don't want to do the work. They want to say like, hey, I'm trying to get better at this. I want to be here. I want to be this kind of person. I want to do this. But then you say, okay, cool. Well, here's the things you need to actually do in order to achieve that. They're like, I don't want to do the work. There's so many people out there. They want the progress without the work.
Yeah, they want quick fix. They want the reward without the work. I mean, let me put this up on the page here and on the screen. Progress usually looks boring. It's not always a big transformation. Sometimes it's apologizing faster, listening better, reacting less emotionally, showing up when you don't feel like it, or not repeating the same mistake for the 10th time. That's realistic progress. To your point, Nate. I had it loaded up before you even said that. And then when you said that, I'm like, all right, I got to throw that on the screen because it's like progress is boring.
I hate to say it though.
Well,
Go ahead.
go
Nick.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say real quick. I think in our generation, for me, I've always been like, I can't not work, and I don't leave until the job's done. It's just in my DNA.
It's you.
And so when I do see other people like that do that, it drives me fucking nuts. And if there's everybody
yeah.
on my team at work that does that shit, you're gonna put up with it.
I mean, I deal with the
Sure.
same thing. You know,
Of course they have.
you know, my main job is retail. I want to sit there and help as many customers as I can because I want them buying from us. And I can be out on the floor helping a customer. And then all of a sudden I come around the corner and there's a customer waiting to check out. And I'm like, there's 5 other people in this room. Why is no one else doing this? And then I go over, I'm like, yep, sorry about the wait. And, you know, I go over and finish up. Like,
Hate the shit.
I don't know if I
You can't let him go.
I don't know if I told this before, but when we first started traveling full time, the first 6 weeks we went up to the UP for 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
then the next 3 weeks we traveled down the west side of Michigan. Those first 3 weeks we were up in the UP. It's the first time I've never worked in my life,
I feel weird.
and I
It's gorgeous up there.
went fucking psycho.
oh yeah.
Because I didn't know what to do. I felt like I was supposed to be doing something all the time. Like I need to be doing something.
Well, that's
Was that your first stop?
Yeah, the UP.
Yeah, I think. I
Always
mean,
porn.
but that's the problem that a lot of retirees have.
Oh, I could feel. Oh my
mean,
God, I can only imagine.
One of the
should have been your vacation, your stepping stone.
one of the age old adages, unfortunately, and I think it's become a little bit more common, is the number one killer of old people is retirement.
Oh, well, yeah, I could see that.
Because you
could see that.
spend 40, 50 years of your life working, it's hard to just shut that off.
You gotta plan for it.
Any of you ever watched the movie The Intern
Mm,
With De Niro.
with Robert De Niro
Oh,
and
yeah.
Anne
Before he went
Hathaway?
psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here you have a guy, he worked his whole life. He was married. Unfortunately, his wife passed away. And there was a company's like, hey, we're gonna hire old people as interns. And he was just like, I need something to do because my day-to-day life, even though he goes shopping at the market, he does Tai Chi in the park, and younger people would sit there and go, oh, that's an amazing life. Like you don't have to work anymore. It was absolutely driving him nuts.
yeah,
Like,
I mean,
And he had to get back out there.
so when we got to this, so we went to this big ass brand new RV park just outside of Painted Picture Rocks. Beautiful area. There's a brand new RV park. It was still this. It wasn't like RV season yet, so not a lot of people were traveling yet. We're in this big park. There's like maybe 10 other people in this park, and we're all spread out. So I'm there. I'm by myself. Shan's working during the day. I'm sitting outside the motorhome with cigars and bourbon. It was like day after day after day, and I was like getting more antsy and more antsy. And she could see it. And finally, I think it was like the end of the second week, I was sitting on the couch, and she's like, "Are you okay?" I said, "No.
Yeah.
I'm fucking losing my mind right now."
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, just try to relax into it. If this isn't what you want to do, we can always go back. Just hang in there for a minute." And I'm like, I'll give it all of Michigan. And if it still sucks, I can't do this.
She was someone that saw the long game.
Yeah. And once we left the UP and we started actually traveling and moving and doing things, then I settled into a routine. I still missed working. I still missed that routine, but it made it more bearable that we were like hanging out, moving, hanging out and moving. But the first 3 weeks, I didn't think I was going to make it because I didn't have my morning routine of waking up, doing coffee or whatever, going to the shop, working all day, either going home or coming up to see you guys. And like, it was just like, I was losing my effing
It was
mind.
different.
Oh
Let me-
my
Let me
God.
throw this in there, the
Why don't
mix
we
here.
do
Let me throw in the mix, and Sean, please go. But how does that contrast to people that are in a rut? When you wake up, you have your coffee, you go in the shop, and you do your thing. You go to the shop, like the cigar shop, maybe. You go home. The people on the other side of that they're in a rut.
Mm-hmm.
They go through the day to day, and they would love the opportunity to have a change. Where you were on the flip side of that is that you had the opportunity for a change, and you were like, I miss the good part of the rut,
I
if
think
you
you
will.
love what
I
you're
think,
doing.
Rut,
yeah.
when I say rut, routine. Let's
I
say the
think-
routine. So when the routine is getting old, 5 months, 5 years, 10 years, and people just get in that. Some people do really well at that.
Mhm.
Other people, they're just like, I don't really like my job, but it pays the bills, it supports the family. I can't start over. This is my life now. And all of a sudden you fast forward and you're 50 years old, and you're like, where did the last 20 years go?
I get what you're
Versus
saying.
what you're saying. So I
So
think that's a unique perspective. I mean,
Bef-
go ahead. I'm
Everybody
sorry.
loves
before
it, that's
that,
the thing.
I was in that rut when I was doing my old trucking job.
You've talked about that. We've talked
And
about
I
it.
was-
You were on the podcast before talking about that.
I had trucked for 27 or 28 years, and it was great paying, and I had a great life, but it was just internally killing me because I just hated doing it. And when I transitioned into barbering, I think I was 42. So I made this a career change at 42. Didn't know what I was going to do.
Nice.
Didn't know if I'd make money. I didn't know anything, but it turned out to be the greatest.
I think we
chance
had you on
I
the
ever
podcast
took.
the first time. It was like 2 or 3 years after.
Yeah.
that, right. It was fresh.
And it was the greatest thing I've ever done. And I actually enjoyed my life as a barber and just going into the shop, shooting the shit. Like going in the shop actually energized me. It was great.
That's
We
the
need
difference.
to go back and listen as a group to that
Was it
podcast
the-
that you were on the first time
I
talking
remember-
about your story.
I know I had a green. I think
All
I
right,
had my green.
I think I know the answer to this, but what was it about going to the shop that energized you?
because I'm a people person.
Yeah.
And sitting in the truck, I don't talk to people like I would normally talk to
Yeah.
people. In the shop, I'm talking to somebody different every half hour, different stories, different things, different connections, pouring into them pouring into me. It was just great.
I
Well-
think that it helps if you have a job that you love, and I'm sure that had been very difficult when you found something that you really like. This is your dream job, and then you up and go. And and I think no matter, even if you're in a rut with your job or whatever, I think after a while, if you were to just sit there and do nothing, you're gonna fucking go crazy. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
my opinion, but
No, I
when
think
you
you
love
do.
something,
You're
though,
not wrong.
when you love something and you have to leave it, that's gotta be hard.
Well, I know it at my job. Like
It's good cheese.
most of the people,
Good
ratings
cheese.
and pairings.
Trader Joe's pimento cheese dip out of 10.
Let's do a pairing. and
Those
rate
are
that.
rice crackers also. You can eat like 16.
I called it
They're
rice
like,
crackers.
if
Dude,
you eat like 20 of them, it's like maybe like
A calorie.
it's like 40 calories.
Before the show's over, I want to give a pairing.
Yeah, Trader Joe's, shout out, sponsor, whatever. Nate, go ahead.
But no, there's a lot of times at my job, and I work retail. I quote unquote interact with a lot of people.
It's not quote unquote, you just do.
What I mean by that
There's no air
is
quotes there.
most customers that I interact with, they walk in, they go find whatever they're looking for on the shelf. Like, I try and greet every customer that walks in. Like, hey, is there anything you're looking for? Do you have any questions? No, I'm just looking. I'm just browsing, just shopping.
Yeah.
You get those in the cigar shop as well. Like,
Any retail
look.
place,
yeah,
you can't
like-
find an employee when you go into Home Depot or
Yeah.
actual help.
And I'm like,
there's a
and,
contrast. to
I
it.
go talk to those people. Like, I'm like, are you?
Someone help me.
Yeah. Is there anything you're looking for? Nope, just browse. Cool. Let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people, they walk in, they say that, or they just walk to wherever they're looking.
Sure.
They grab the bottle off the shelf, and your only interaction is taking their money, ringing them out, putting the bottle in the bag and saying, all right, have a nice day. and that makes up the majority of my time working retail. Cigar shop's a little bit different because we actually have to go back into the
You
humidor,
still get
grab
that
the product.
because we have framed society as such that it's a help yourself society.
So most people that come into the store, they know what they're looking for. They just go grab it off the shelf, and I ring them out, and I don't have any other interaction with them. What really gets me going is when that person has questions, when they're looking for a suggestion, because I feel that's my job. Now I get to do my job. Like, hey, I'm looking for something that's like this, or I'm in the market for a gift, or like, hey, I don't know what I'm
It doesn't
looking
exist
for.
anymore. You go into any other liquor store or a wine department at most places, at least in Ohio, there's a person behind the register. You go like into Kroger or Meijer and you walk through the wine aisles, there's no one even around. You can't even ask anyone. You're on your own. Cigars the same way, right? You walk in a humidor, there's no one there. A lot of, not majority, I don't think anymore, maybe it is, but you walk into a liquor store at a OHLQ thing here in Ohio and they're behind the counter. Like, you could bother them when they're 4 people deep and say, "Hey, I have a question when you have a second," but no one wants to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you're too worried about it's not offending someone. You're too worried about bothering someone.
Yes.
Right? Is that
Yeah.
and you don't want to be bothered a lot of times.
Yeah.
On the other side of it, when you think like the people you're talking about, like I know where I'm going. You're like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. I just was trying to help you out. Like, you know what I mean? But those are common communication skills that lack right now.
But those are the same people to say, "Oh, I know what I want." Then they'll ask you 10 questions after.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, no, we get that a lot,
Oh, yeah.
right? We get that a lot. You're like, "No, I'm just looking." You're like, "Yeah, let me know if you have any questions or I can," and I'm like, "I'm happy to help out with anything." And they're like, "You know what? I do have," and they have it like pulled up on their phone. And I'm like, why? Why did we go through that? I asked you, you could have responded and just said, "You know what? I am looking for something or something similar. Here it is."
Yeah.
Or I also get a lot of times, Shannon, "Hey, how you doing today? Is there anything I can help you out with?" It's like, no, I'm just looking. You probably don't have what I'm looking for. Like, well, what are you looking for? Like, you probably don't have it. I'm like, all right, I'm done. Well, let me know if I can help you out. And then eventually I know you're going to come back to me or you'll walk out. But I almost like when they're walking out of the store, I'm like, just out of curiosity, what were you looking for? And you're like, X. And you're like, it's right over here. You know what I mean? So it's like,
It's right here.
yeah, or we don't have it. I could have saved you 5 minutes of your time and you could have gone about your way. I could tell you where to find it elsewhere.
I think that's probably one of the good things about the barbershop, that people are coming in for a service, so you don't have that. Now you have some weirdos that'll come and ask you for some crazy shit that they saw online that's all AI generated or Photoshop the hell and back, and you try to explain that to them, and they're
I
like,
want you to give me a full head of hair.
yeah. And you gotta
Here's a picture. Here's a picture.
and I gotta explain to something like, this is like completely photoshopped and da 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 da. And they have this expectation of this photo, and you get it damn near close to it, but it's never going to be the photo ever.
Yeah.
So
Well, unless you're good.
so you want bald? Okay.
Yeah, so like it's like it doesn't come in as much up top, but I would like it to come up top.
Well, the biggest thing is people that come in,
you're like, here's
and they don't
Here's
have
a comb.
here's turkey.
they'll come in and they don't have the right hair density or coarseness.
You're offending me, right? As you talk.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
I know.
It's like you try to explain that to people, like your hair is not going to lay or do what this is doing, and they still don't hear you, and you're like, all right.
Let me ask you guys a question here.
Yeah.
This is not directed at anyone at this table. This is not directed at anyone specifically, but it's something that I've been dealing with. Why do we allow excuses for those that are so selfish with their time because they may be bogged down with issues going on in their life that are just everyday issues that it's like, well, it's because they they're just really like having a hard time at work or a hard time at home, and it's like
We're
we're all
do.
adults.
Yeah.
We all have shit going on. So why do we make excuses for those that don't look at their life as a work in progress? They are they are allowing other people. This is not a political thing. This is I'm trying not to get too specific, but not be too vague. But it's like, well, it's okay because they are working really hard right now and they're struggling, and the family life, they're just trying to make the best out of it, and that's why they are inconsiderate of your time. And
Are you saying
else.
like somebody would come into you and be shitty to you because of what's going on with them?
People that don't put the effort out, but they appreciate the effort that you put into them,
Okay.
and you are constantly putting out the effort to be.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
It's not reciprocated.
I got you.
Because and the reasons it's not reciprocated is like, well, they got a lot going on right now. And it's not like anything specific. It's not like they're going through a divorce. There's not like any major health issues. I'm talking everyday life.
I think
But
there's
for some people, it's their work's really difficult right now and all that stuff. And it's like everyone, like adult wise, and not everyone's going through the same thing. I'm not trying to like get at, but it's like we're all putting in hours. We all have our shit going on. Everyone's got shit going on. So it's like you can show up when other people show up for you, but you never show up for other people when they're not initiating. You know what I mean? Like
I think over the last
I don't know how to explain it, but there is something going on where it's like you put so much effort in and everyone appreciates that. And I'm not talking about me, but it's like you put all this effort into this and you're trying to be a part of something, but then you don't feel like you have a seat at the table because it's all about them and what's going on in their life. And it's never changing.
Are you talking about customers or people you know?
People I know.
Okay.
well, I think part of it is
No one at
because-
this table. It's literally the people I know. And it's something that has been a conversation going on and a thought process going on where it's like, if you're truly a work in progress, it's like, how can I help? Is there help for that? Can I help you? Like, what is it that's going to get you out of that? Where it's like, when we interact, that you are there. You're emotionally and physically there. You're physically there, but then when you don't initiate it, unlimited time goes by.
Well, you can help somebody so much, but if they're struggling with something, but they're not even admitting to it, like let's say they come over and they hang out with you and they're just kind of quiet or whatever, they may have something that's like really fucking them up, and it could be something where they don't really want to open up and like divulge, like just like me. I'll tell you what I feel. I'm easy for you. Like, what's going on? I'm like, okay, here's what's going on.
Sean, you and I, it's like I'll just, like, and Nate knows it too. It's like I just will be almost rude to a point.
Yeah, but I don't answer your texts in the same way. Like,
it's
dude,
like, all right,
fuck.
that's fine. Like, you know, you don't answer. Like, I can't help. Like, you don't want. Like, I'm not saying that again. No one at this table. It's not like that. Like, Shannon and I think you and I have a relationship. We're not supposed to do Sean, but it's like you and I have this relationship where it's like when we catch up, I feel like we're those friends.
Yeah,
and
we
like
don't skip a beat.
when you don't skip a beat, but like when I hear you say what you were going through last year, it's like, dude, you have my number. Like, let's take that relationship to another level, at least at the moment, and then
Okay.
we can go back to like, hey, when we catch up, like we'll hang out, have a cigar, like we'll fucking bullshit. And it's like,
Dealing with depression, when you go through some shit, sometimes it's hard to get it out.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to ask the right questions and may allow them.
what is that right question?
Well, I
I
mean,
know
like
it's not a universal answer.
for like last year, I mean, I didn't reach out to anybody, but for me to even come into the shop and even tell you about it, I mean, you're part of my circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I trust you with my feelings and my thoughts.
Kristen was so happy when I said you showed up to the shop. She's like,
Oh.
oh my God, how's he doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And like when I came home this time, I purposely didn't tell anybody. Like he knew I was coming and a few other people knew I was coming, but there was only a limited amount of people that I wanted to see that that I hold dear to my heart. And that's, this table and a few other people out there. I just wanted to spend
one's
that.
listening. It's fine.
I just wanted, my time to be spent with those people. I didn't want to be running around the town and
Oh yeah.
not meaningless, but like lunches here and this and that. I just didn't want to do that. Those would have been like,
No, this was a trip for you.
those would have been like surface level crap. I wanted more meaningful
Yeah, I get it.
stuff.
I understand.
But I think for what you're saying, I think sometimes people are just assholes. And they don't know.
Think it's intended, or you think
I
they know it? Is it?
But I
just
think
they don't
majority
realize it because they're so bogged down with their everyday life.
No, I just think people get so wrapped in themselves that serving other people is not in their DNA.
So, but if you confront those people, not even in an aggressive way, if you confront those people,
If you
because
confront them,
see that they're struggling, and you don't just be like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's just be like, you finally say, "It's like, you know what? Like, I'm done putting myself out there because every time I put myself out there, you come around.
that's
But
just
then
them.
If it's something about me, you never ask about me. You never. And I'm, again, not talking about myself. This is generalities. Sincerely, it's like you just get cold to it.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right, I
That's how
you
you
let them go. Do you like
You-
friends, family? Do you just say like,
let them go.
or just let them have their space and hope they realize it, or do you?
Yeah.
You have to
Or do you
recognize.
say that like you're not a work in progress, you are stuck, and I'm not forcing you out of it, but I'm calling you out on the fact that you are stuck in a sense that like it's never about me, it's only about you.
But if they're not opening up, and they're probably not opening up to anyone, and that's the worst thing you could do. But the more you stay closed off and hold it in, the worse you're going to get each time you see them. I would almost like, if I see certain people, like first of all, certain people will open up and they bitch about the same thing every time, and they don't do anything to fix it or do anything to make progress with. Okay.
But I've been that person before for periods of my life.
Sure. But I think what I've always done is like, listen, like I get them eye to eye and look at me and say, hey, I know you're going through some shit. I am here.
Yeah.
I am here for you. Make it just like, don't have to sugarcoat it. Just say, I know I can see you struggling. I want you to look in my eyes. I want you to realize that I am here for you. And when you need to talk, I am here. Now you put it out there. And if they choose to stay closed off, that's their problem. What they need to fucking do is go to counseling. Usually when they're in that kind of a mental state, they need to get it off their fucking chest. Because I held shit in for long periods of time and I didn't want to fucking talk to anybody. But once like finally my wife pushed me to just go to a counselor. And the first fucking day I got in there, I just fucking unloaded. And I'm like, oh my God.
So you had it in you.
Yeah. And this guy right here, he's helped me a lot
Shannon.
like that too.
Yeah.
Like I'll come to him. He should be a fucking counselor because like he'll just,
Well, he's a barber.
He's a
It's the
barber,
same-
so
same thing.
yeah, 6'1", half dozen the
It's
other.
It's a twofer. You get a haircut and a counseling
yeah,
session.
but I think but he's
Exactly.
always
I don't have the
been
retired
there in the
equipment.
sense like, man, I'm struggling. He'll just ask simple questions
Mhm.
just to kind of like, so, and then like, how's it going? It's like, well, what makes you think that you feel that way? Or what
Yeah,
makes that-
yeah.
And then and half the time when you go to counseling, 95% of the time you're talking. They just ask certain questions to say, how do you feel? Or what is it you're thinking of that's making you feel this way? Something
They,
that allows
they
them-
want to get you to talk it out.
Yeah. And God, my God, I used to like my last counselor. I was like, I would get done. And there was this movie with Billy Crystal and Robert De Niro where he was a gangster.
Analyze this.
Yep.
And at the end, and every time he was like, you.
Yeah.
I did it to my
You're
counselor.
good.
I
You're
did it to my
good.
counselor. Every time we were done, like, you. And I told her, and so she's like, you can't leave until you do that. I'm like, all right, you. Because it's like, but it resonated with me.
Did you do the De Niro face?
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah. You're like,
It's bad.
you. I can't do it.
You.
In my personal experience, things like that, I've just, for good or bad, how
Easy.
there we go.
Two.
I didn't spill anything.
No vision.
Almost one of the.
Almost
one of the cheese.
I've just learned to, I don't want to say cut these people out, but I know where I stand in these conversations. Like,
How do you-
I guess I'm a very loving person. I love people, but I could be a cold bitch too.
Yeah, I mean,
And
You have to be.
I just I'm at the age now where I recognize like either we're going to have a relationship or we're not. It's going to be surface. That's fine.
You have to be, because if you give all that you are to everyone you
can't.
come across,
I used to be that way, and I just can't do that.
No, there's no,
Yeah,
there's
but-
no, there's
but-
no room left for you.
that's where I was getting at,
I'm
Steve.
sorry.
Thank
Yeah,
you. No,
sorry.
absolutely. No. I'm glad you said it.
Nate, how do you do that? Like,
No.
what do you mean?
No, I'm glad you said it, because you said it in fewer words than I was going to. But no, that's like,
You're welcome.
yeah, Shannon, you're sitting there cutting hair, you're asking people. Part of it's because that's just the nature of the job, right? You sit there and you talk to people, you ask them how it's going. But we're all guys. There's been a ton of people that we've interacted with where they've asked us like, "Hey, how you doing?" And what's our number one response?
Good.
Fine.
I'm good.
Good. One of those 4-letter words.
It's a
Like-
throwback. It's a good. How are you?
Yeah, because we're afraid of actually opening up, because if we don't have the relationship with the person asking us the question, then like we really don't want to burden them with everything.
Those are
that's going
facts.
on. When someone says they go, "Hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. Like how are things?" Like,
Have a seat.
yeah, things are fine.
Yeah, but Shannon can be like, let me
yeah,
do this.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
and then he's like, let me just put it around you real
yeah,
quick.
yeah. He's got something else.
Yeah,
to do.
let me take this off here. Like,
Massage your scalp.
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah.
though,
yeah,
But,
I mean, what are we looking for today? And then I'll talk to you.
But
about what's
I
going on.
remember.
Well, I have a rule.
I
with-
remember seeing something. It was many, many years ago, where and it was obviously for social media. But someone's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And the person's like, "Are you asking that to be friendly, or do you really want to know
I
how it's
already don't
going?"
want to know how it's going.
And it's like, "Oh shit!" Like I'm just asking that generally. I really don't care.
I have that. in
I look
scratch
at it
out.
as
But then
challenge.
if you have those friends where you're like, "Hey, how's it going?" Things are fine. No.
I think
How's it going?
Sean, what's
like
your challenge?
literally tell me how's it going.
first of all, there's to a point where you can, like you like I see we're getting there, Steve. Like you can only do so much, and if you've tried to interact with them within a couple of times, you're pretty much going to realize you're going to get the same answer until they got to fix themselves, and that's the big thing that people don't see is like they got to get them. Like you can try to help and interact and break through that barrier as much as you want, but there's going to be a time where you're going to see like no matter what I say, they're not opening up or they're stuck or whatever. But to me, like that's always, I think being the social person that I am, and probably Shannon in his job work out well, but I'm always like my wife would be like, "Hey, we're going out with some friends, and this one girl's boyfriend he's kind of quiet." I'm like, "Okay, I'll take care of
Let's
it.
go.
Let's do it." And so I will get them to open up to things like I find out what their interests are. And I find out, what are you into? What are you doing?
Yeah, you're so good at that, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you're so good at that.
So that's
why you're
one.
good at the shop.
Not even a challenge, but you like when you're on, Sean, like with Kristen's friend group,
Mhm.
it's not a challenge, or it doesn't come across like maybe.
No,
but,
I
it-
don't know. He was
but,
talking.
but I'm just saying, it's like you are genuinely you when you're on.
Mhm.
So it's like, what is the dichotomy of like when you're struggling, how do you look for people to help others be you when you're good and on? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think that's
It's all
when
about
we talk about like work in progress, a lot of times it's like that was that whole when I say positive or negative work in progress, it's you're not you, but you are, but not directing at you. But a lot of people are like good at when other people are struggling. You're like, let's go, man. Like I'm in.
Yeah.
But when one is struggling, you close off or you don't seek it out, and you're like, and again, I'm not just talking about you. So it's a weird thing, right? I'm not aiming it at you, Sean.
No, I get it.
but I'm
No,
also,
I've been
like,
both sides.
You're
Yeah,
directing the question at
but
Sean.
you are a great example of someone that it's like you are so good at being there for other people, even through good times and bad times. But why is it that when you are the work in progress,
You have a hard time opening up
and
to
not
other
you,
people
Sean,
asking.
that you can reflect on
Why is
this,
that?
is why are you the hardest person to help along and go like why is it that you get stuck in the negative
With
or
my
the
life.
negative path? Again,
I haven't
this
answered-
is for all encompassing, but with your experience.
But I have an answer. Okay.
Let's hear it.
The thing is like, and I went to counseling for specifically this, and I've been this way for a long, long time. My slogan to myself was, don't worry about me.
Yeah.
What about you? So when
Put
I,
yourself last.
and I had to finally
That's
like,
tough.
and when you get stuck in that rut for so many years, it just becomes natural. So the counseling I went through over like back last year and up until the end of this beginning of this year, it was allowing me to get over the fact of like, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. And I think for you though, you're easy because I mean,
Me?
yeah.
Okay.
In terms of like, you can get me to crack because when you answer something, I'm like, okay, this is my chance to fucking let it all out. And I
Well,
do.
that's because
Until I tell you something.
No, that's
and then you're
that's
like,
because that's
I don't
because
see you. No, go ahead. No, wait.
that's because Steve will sit there and
let
become
Sean
the
finish.
sociology person and just absolutely
let
break
Sean
you
finish.
down
Let Sean
until
finish.
you answer the question.
When people are in a rut and they're struggling like depression or whatever, this is their vision. It's fucking tunnel vision. All they see is what's right there.
Mhm.
Okay. But somebody can crack that, and all of a sudden your vision, well, for me, only
That's
goes
a
a certain
hand
far.
in the face.
But for most people, instead of looking through a straw, all of a sudden it starts to open up. I'm like, oh wow, okay, now I can be a little more vulnerable here and let it out because I trust you and I trust you and I would trust you because I trust my close friends to be able to let out. But sometimes there are times where I don't see anything because I'm still trying to figure shit out on my own. 9 times out of 10, that doesn't help because my mind will start going down the fucking rabbit hole and making that vision like even tighter.
Yeah.
So sometimes it takes somebody like you guys to go, hey, dude, what's up? I'm like, what? Oh, shit. Yeah. And then it's like every time, like there's times after the show, the podcast here, when everyone's gone, you'll say something, hey, man, you all right? All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, my God. Yeah, I've been so in that fucking tunnel vision that for me, it's easy to open up as soon as somebody kind of opens that door for me.
You're an open book when you feel it's appropriate.
Yeah. And I think by going to counseling though, and allowing me to say it's okay to ask for help. And when I got through it and I didn't go for a while, and earlier this year I was struggling a bit, but you kind of called me on it and I was like, shit, sometimes you get so caught up in what you're doing or what you're struggling with that you don't even realize you're in it until someone goes, hey, I noticed you're like you seem off. What's going on? Like, it takes me a few minutes to be like, oh yeah, I guess I am,
Well, I remember one time I said to you that, talking about like, Kristen and my friend group, it's like, and I gave you a compliment that's accurate. It's like everyone appreciates how genuine you are. You know what I mean? And you're not looking for thanks.
No, I don't want it.
But I think sometimes when you are, again, a work in progress, constantly we all are, and not trying to bring it all back to that, but you're not looking for acknowledgement, but when you get the acknowledgement, right? It's sometimes when you get the acknowledgement that you are who you may not even be trying to be, but you are, that also shakes you up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh, well, I didn't realize that people appreciate that. I'm flowing. I'm going,
Yeah.
and then you go home and you're like, yeah, that was a really nice conversation. It's like, you're not doing it for recognition.
No.
You're just,
I'm trying to be who I am.
yeah.
And I that meant the world to me when you told me that, because I've always thought very much about your friend or her friends and your friends on Kristen's side. Those people are amazing and allowing me to have the opportunity to spend time with them outside of just coming over for a cookout, but actually spending a week with them.
Cookouts pretty good too.
Yeah. And being able to let my guard down for people to see who I am. Again, I don't look for that shit. And so it is kind of, I wouldn't say uncomfortable, like surprising, like, oh really? And I guess I take that. And even like at work now, I'm getting a lot of kudos for how hard I work and what I'm doing. I'm like, cool, thanks. All right, what's next? Because I don't want to dwell on that too much, any of that shit, because there's always going to be something down the road that I need to focus on or need to just keep being me and not let that allow me to dwell on it. I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing to do. I don't know, but I just feel like I am who I am, and the people that get me are the people that I'm drawn to, and I think all you guys do. So
Why do people get more satisfaction of helping other people than helping themselves?
Um,
And what? And let me flip it around.
Mhm.
Why? Like, we should spend less time on this, in my opinion, because I don't think that's the topic here,
mhm.
but it is a bit. Why do some people get more satisfaction from their own progress than helping other people?
For me, to help other people, like I love, like if I see kids, if I see, I do that stupid magic marble trick for everybody, but if I ever have a bag in my
It's
back
not
pocket
stupid.
and I see kids walking around, I sometimes I
We got to do a
daringly-
David Copperfield.
I daringly
that
go
on
up to
a
them and say,
podcast
"You
at
guys
some
want to see a
point.
trick?" And usually, I mean, if they're, I ask their parents first, but I'm like, I love to see people happy. I love to see people smile. In this world, the way it is and the way it's been for a long time, if I can bring a little bit of a light to themselves for whether it's a few minutes or a few seconds, to me, that's rewarding because a lot of people are so caught up with whether it's politics or where the world is, or caught up on their phones. To be able for them to look up and see something that's like not of the norm.
Did you have to work at that trick?
No, not really. It's pretty
All right. Yeah, some things come naturally. Some.
Yeah,
that's
Well,
fine,
like he was
whatever.
saying, like just the state of the world. Right now it's a very me world and stuck in your phone, stuck in this. When you can step outside of that and serve somebody, either big, small, whatever it is, it's just a great feeling. It's just you're getting out of your own way of what
Yeah.
you want.
Yep.
To help somebody else, maybe give them a smile or whatever. To me, that's a great feeling when you can serve somebody. If it's a
It's
little
not everyone,
task,
though, but I get it.
yeah. I mean, if it's a little task, big task, or what, it doesn't have to be anything. If it's even just holding a door for somebody,
Yep.
and you get that, oh, thank you.
You're not supposed to do that.
You know, right now I'm struggling a little bit
As a white
because-
male, you're not supposed to do that.
I'll hold it every time.
Same. I'll even wait for people to walk. I'm like, don't walk, don't run, you're fine. But with Molly right now, I'm struggling a bit because, they're 18 and they're still that teenage kind of dick mode every once in a while, but I'm trying to be more open and try to talk to them. And it's like talking to a wall. And so I
Teenagers, man.
can only do so much, but all I can do is continue to be present with them. And eventually they'll open up and they have a girlfriend now. So when they come around their girlfriend, I can show off and treat me like shit. So
That sounds cool.
yeah, it sounds, yeah. And it's,
So you should be nice to the girlfriend.
oh, I am.
I know. They probably like the girlfriend.
I had a video of
loves-
Molly when they were little and her and I did a dance song on TikTok and I was trying to
Do
show
you want me
her.
to send the video of you and Teresa dancing on the Ring camera?
yeah.
I about deleted it the other day. I'm like, I can't delete that. That is space on my iCloud that needs to stay there.
Forever imprinted.
But I think that I had I was going through some emotional shit with them graduating because it's another step in their life where they're going to be that much closer to leaving. And when they finally leave the house, I'm going to be a fucking wreck. And to have that,
Empty nesters, man.
yeah, I mean, to have that, and then I'm getting treated the way I am, fucking hard. It's difficult. And fortunately, Teresa's been great to help me with that. But I kind of have to wait it out and Teresa's like, just let it roll off your back. And I'm like, yeah, but there can be fucking mean sometimes. I'm going to put up with it. So, and I don't, but it's still like not across the bigger.
Well,
You got to be accepting.
You're
No, you
gonna-
don't. No, you don't.
it's going to be hard in the
No, you
beginning,
don't.
but once you get into the empty nester phase where you and your wife can just get back to being a unit, you're going to fall all in love again.
I can't wait. We're starting
Well-
to already. We're starting
But-
to already because Em's kind of doing their own thing anyway. So.
But I think that's where the work in progress comes in.
Oh yeah.
So you sit there and you spend years working on a child, and then all of a sudden that child goes off. You hopefully you raise them right, and
So I was gonna
you
fuck off and toast. Yep.
like, all right, I've done what I can. Like you're an adult now. Here you go. Like you want to do these things. You want to go that way.
It
Like
isn't
here you
always
go.
about the parenting. I think sometimes it is, and not being a parent. But I mean, between my brother and I, and he's got a family. I don't. I have Kristen, right? But I don't have kids, and it's a different thing. We had a similar upbringing. We were only 2 years apart, but I know there's a dynamic there of an older and a younger sibling. But we led very different lives, and we aren't as close as a lot of siblings. And that's a lot of stuff that I think right now we're not dealing with, but the dynamic has changed a lot where I have this phase, say phase, not in a negative way, but like I have this part of my life that is going really well. And there's less reciprocation of effort of how you treat each other. You know what I mean? And that's like with you, Sean, and Molly. I mean, I know that stuff changes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I know.
it was now a couple days ago, it was 9 years since my father passed. And you know, that's something that I struggled with. I still do a little bit, but it's not the same thing. And we get there, but there were a lot of years that it wasn't a close relationship there either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's always evolving. And I think that's where I look at this topic of work in progress, is that I love what you said, Sean, earlier on about you can't dwell on necessarily the past, because, and I also included Shannon, what you were saying, like how the past living here was positive. It's there has to be an acknowledgement of a finite time that you have in your life of what you do with today. It's what you are hoping for going forward, because you can live in the past positively or negatively,
Mm-hmm.
but no matter what that aspect is, as far as positive or negative, it can frame the future and going forward, or more importantly, the present, because we don't know what the future is. But if it frames your present constantly, it is a brake pedal, man.
It's
a huge brake pedal.
the one thing that I've been trying to do for a few months now is, I mentioned earlier, is trying to stay present. So like my dogs, for example, they are loving. They'll lay on top of you and try to sleep on top of your throat, whatever. They love to just be with you.
Sounds malicious, but yeah, go ahead.
But when we go out for walks, or I take them to the park or any of that stuff, I try to cherish every fucking second with them, because their lives aren't going to be as long as obviously ours. And I know there's going to be a day where I'm not going to see them anymore. So
I think Tony's going to live forever, by the way.
yeah, I think so too. Boys,
Yeah, it's
rock
just,
solid.
I mean, like with
So-
science and
The instead of, and that was one of those I used to worry about. Oh my God, they're going to get old soon. Blah, blah, blah. Now I'm like, I'm just going to take this day that I have with them and enjoy every fucking minute. Like anytime I give them hugs or kisses or petting or cuddling or whatever, I try to cherish that fucking moment with and not just the dogs, but my wife, my kid, when they're receptive to me, or you guys. Like every day every day is a blessing in my mind, because I know that any moment things can happen. So I'm not going to worry about that, but I'm going to take that time I have on this earth to try to cherish as much as I can and remember that. So when things do go south down the road, I don't have any regrets, or do my best not to have any regrets.
love that.
Hey Lou, speaking on the cigar,
Sunrise with the gin. I'm curious about the pairing.
Go ahead, pairing with this. Cracker's fucking good.
it is a night and day difference between the first cigar, the Alec Bradley.
Was I right about it going well with the gin?
It actually opened up the gin way more.
There you go.
But it's very light.
There it goes.
It's actually been smoking really well. I haven't had to relight it once.
It's got a
I
little pepper to
I
it.
never relit mine.
Yeah, it's like one of those very enjoyable cigars that is just it's way different than Alec Bradley for sure.
Nate,
Oh, yeah.
closing remarks.
Yeah.
No, but he's been
So-
listening,
Yeah,
and
I
I
know.
appreciate that.
No, I-
Honestly, I do.
So I think, as I said earlier, I think the biggest issue people have when it comes to the phrase work in progress, even though they like to throw that around, is a lot of people don't necessarily want to put in the work. Like they want to make progress, but they don't necessarily want to take the steps to get there, because sometimes those steps are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The
Can I-
things they have to do.
Can I feel this? They also don't educate themselves on what it takes to get there.
That could be as well.
That's for you to use.
That's a great add-on. You know,
No,
they need to grow, but they don't want to do the steps to actually grow, whatever that is in
Right.
whatever aspect of their life. And you know, Sean talking about wanting, being open to other people, but not opening himself. Like we love. I think all of us here, we'd love to be the person that other people reach out to for help if they're going through a tough situation. Like, we want to be that person that our friends reach out to, but at the same time, we have a hard time opening ourselves to those people as well. For whatever reason, whether it be we don't want to be vulnerable or we don't feel like we can do any good.
I think
I had that issue.
you don't want to be a burden.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah, that's how we view ourselves though.
Right.
Like, we are very willing to ask people to be a quote unquote burden to us
Yeah.
in asking for help.
Right.
But we don't want to burden them with our issues. And I'm one of those people.
Most are.
I'm one of those, I'm one of those people. I want to be there for my friends. When Steve was going through a hard time, many years ago, and I was there for him, like, part of my issue with that was I didn't know how I could relate to it, how I could actually help him. And then it took a couple weeks before I realized, shit, the best thing I could do is just be there.
Yes.
That's it for
It-
anyone.
it-
100%.
it-
You crushed that. dude.
If
You crushed it.
if Steve's going through something and he needs to talk about it, the best thing I can do is just be there to listen. But then at the same time, if I'm going through an issue, Steve will absolutely press me on that fucking issue.
It's not my fault you wear it on your sleeve.
But I have a hard time opening up.
Yeah.
And so
Most people do that too.
most people do.
Like,
But that's the thing. Like, I sit there and I tell Steve, like, hey, if there's something you're going through, even if I can't relate, like, I'll be there for you. But at the same time, if Steve sits there and he presses me, he's like, hey, what's going on? I have a hard time actually opening up to Steve. And,
not when I'm done with you.
You need that.
Tough love. That's cool, man. Nothing's wrong. All right, bye.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit. This is what I see.
I don't know why the garage door's closing. Fucking talk.
Yeah. Steve,
You're
Doors are
trapped
locked.
now.
The doors are locked.
You're trapped. Can I see your keys? Throw it out in the street.
Steve has a great ability to sit there and just poke and poke and poke.
It's not always viewed as great.
It's not. But
Later on, it's,
But the
I need
thing,
that.
but the thing is, when someone like Steve does that, Steve's not doing it to be a dick. He's doing it because he genuinely cares. He cares about how you're doing, because there was a time in his life where he was struggling and I was there for him.
times.
So if I'm struggling, Steve wants to be there for me as well. The problem is if we sit there and we're like, hey, I'll help you going through your shit, but I don't want you helping me going through mine. Like, that's a terrible thing that's a terrible mindset. It's a very lonely mindset to go through.
Ray Cheshire says, "Oh yes, he is."
I have no idea what that was referring to, but no, like I said earlier, I think the issue a lot of people have is the work it takes to progress. Like, identifying the issue, that's the first step, but then actually working on it is the second. And a lot of people sit there and say, oh, admitting there is a problem, that's the hardest step. Sometimes I'm going to call bullshit on that. I think it's easy to recognize that there is a problem.
I think
I think the hard part is actually doing something about it, because some of us find comfort in the misery.
Yeah.
We find comfort in the solidarity when we're by ourselves. We find comfort in that.
When you're struggling, if you have a good circle of friends around you or family, they are there for you. When you're doing well, crickets.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's a good point.
When you
We
post
have
stuff,
friends that
this
are always
day and
there when
age,
something's
this-
going wrong.
This day and age, I've seen this thing, and you guys can go in your closing remarks, but I've seen this keep coming up on like Instagram Reels, and I love it because I went through it, where it's like when you post things that are like I used to do, I don't do it anymore recently, like gym check-ins or the focus thing, right?
Yeah.
And this came up more recently on a social media reel thing where it's like it shows like when you post you growing and you doing things to better yourself, and you look at the likes on that post, the people that are you don't really know are it's all like these like Rob Downey Jr. It's like these like, you know, Chris Bale, like, you know, like nodding and like doing all this like great things. And it's like your real friends and they're like rolling their eyes and all this stuff. It's like the people that are like close to you when you're like doing well, there's like, oh my God, he's posting again, folks at the gym. But then I get all these likes from these people that I like have been friends with or so like associated with. They're like Facebook friends or Instagram friends, and they're liking and be like, go, like, let's go.
Yeah.
And then like people that are closer, you're like, oh my God, he's posting again about like focus. And you're just like,
Or
like it was so relevant to me where it's just like, what the fuck is like who are these people? Like, you should be happy that I'm doing better. You know what I mean? Like the accountability.
Yeah.
But the people that you don't know as well, they're like, I feel you. You know what I mean? Let's go. You know, they'd buy your book if you wrote one.
Right.
And if you wrote a book, your friends would be like, oh my God, he wrote a book about that. Like,
You gonna give that
what
to
the
me, or do I have to buy
Why,
fuck?
yeah. Why is it those furthest away from us
Yeah.
are the most encouraging than those
Yeah.
closest to us?
Right.
I'll say I'll keep mine short and sweet, but life is life. Life is hard. Life is beautiful. You got to recognize what season you're in and deal with what you're in. Because we all go through the shit. We all have those amazing times. We're at our highest high. Life is clicking. Life is beautiful. But like we just talked about, we get into those ruts where we don't reach out. We don't talk to people. We kind of live in that misery and try to figure it out. I think those are the times that you really have to dig in. And I'm guilty of it. I mean, just this last year, I'm guilty. I didn't reach out, but that's the point when you really got to dig in and like reach out to your friends, family, or whoever's the people that will bring you back to the surface. It kind of set you straight and speak life into you. And I think that's the part we just have to deal with. It's always the hardest, but when you do the hard things, that's when the good things show up.
Sean.
A few months ago, I posted on Facebook, I was dealing with depression and stuff, and I didn't do it for people to go, oh, poor Sean. It was more about, I think I said, like, I'm dealing with depression, and I know as hard as it is, I know other people are out there too. And I want you guys to know I'm just a text or a message away or a phone call away. Because I wanted to share with everyone when I was in that rut or depressed or whatever, that even though I was dealing with it, I also wanted to let people know, or almost like give them the opportunity to realize that you're not alone, and there's somebody here that's fighting every day with depression, but is also willing to help. And to me, it was pretty therapeutic. And one of the everyone said really, really kind things, but the one that stood out to me was Ray. He sent me a direct message, and he just had nothing but really nice things to say about me, and was pulling for me and doing whatever. And as much shit as we get from Ray, I love the guy. I love the guy to death.
Would have it any other way with
So
Ray.
are these
Yeah.
closing remarks from another show?
And I said probably, but I have to give credit to Ray because that meant a lot to me. Just not just because he gives a shit. And I'm like, oh my God, he's nice. I know he's nice. I met him a few years
He's
ago.
okay. He's okay.
And he was just a sweet guy. And, you know, I could see the genuine kindness in him, and it came out in that message. And that really helped me, Ray, just so you know.
Love that.
And I probably said it earlier, so I apologize if it's a repeat. I think that I was going to say something else, but I think that I have got. Don't be fucking telling everyone that. I'm sorry, Ray. I got to.
No, Ray's one of those guys. He sits there on this podcast. He busts our balls in the comments.
I love it. I
But
love
then
every moment of
The moment one of us is actually going through some
He's
shit,
there, man. From halfway around the world, he's there.
That's that fucking UK humor. Don't tell everyone I'm nice because I want to be an asshole.
But I don't care. I love you, Ray.
I've waited a long fucking time, man.
So I think that it's easier to help others in general than to
Fuck
like
you,
me.
Ray. You
Yeah.
said there is no kindness. It must have been sent in error that said it's early for him. He hasn't even had his coffee
Yeah,
yet.
he's
just
fired up. I don't give a shit. I'll post that fucking message on Facebook if you don't watch your mouth,
You
boy.
should. I'll send you a good picture to post with it
Yeah,
of him
okay.
when he was younger,
But
better looking.
it's easier when, like I said, I mentioned earlier, a few seconds ago, when you're in it, it's easier to deflect and focus on someone else because it's an escape. It allows you to focus on something other than yourself, which helps, but also hurts because you're not giving back as much as you're receiving. And like, I need to be more cognizant of reaching out. Like Steve, a couple of days ago, you're just checking in with me. I can't thank you
Come on,
enough for that.
man.
And I apologize for not doing the same.
No.
And but it's important. It's
I
nice
see
to do.
you. I was just asking about you.
Yeah, well, it means a lot. And the one thing, you know, I know Shannon, when he was struggling last year, before that all happened, we used to still keep in touch and just text or get on FaceTime and talk and have a cigar and shoot the shit. And I'm looking forward to that this year. Now that you're in a better state with everything, but God, it's so fucking easy to just really just take a second and like, it's really difficult. I'm sorry, to really open up to somebody because, like I said, I've mentioned this is a fucking skipping record, but I'm still going to say it.
Yeah, that's
It's
fair,
very-
man. Get after it.
Difficult to open up when you're in that valley. And it's not because some part of it, maybe you just don't want to burden anyone. That's usually what it is. But at the same time, you don't want to confront what you're dealing with. And so it's easy to escape by just doing your own thing or
hoping it blows over.
Yeah. But my God, man, it's such a fucking battle for me because all it takes is for me to talk for like 5 minutes to get off my chest. And I already feel like 100 times better. That is such an easy thing to do. I used to deal with pilots all the time from my previous jobs. They would fucking bitch and whine and cry. And a lot of times they would just call and rant for like 5 minutes. And when they were done, I'd go, "You feel better?" And they're like, yeah, I kind of do. Because you got it off your fucking chest. But this is from this show. I'm going to start being more cognizant of that, whether I reach out to any of you guys or, you know, sometimes I go to my wife and she's just like, "Well, I'm a counselor, but I can't help you. Go talk to somebody." I'm like, she'll help me somewhat, but a lot of it's more like you got to find it on your own with someone else. And I appreciate you all for being in my corner for all these years to be able to see that and call me out on it. And I'm blessed to have that because there's a lot of people out there that know. So I'll leave it at that.
bring it home, Big Daddy.
You got it. Work in progress. Oof. There's only so much progress that you can have in life because, again, I bring it up a lot. We have a finite time. Whew. I don't get emotional a lot, but I post something most years. When my dad passed away, and so this is my post this year, 9 years. I'll let you read it. Sorry. It's a reader's on. Old man.
I was about to say, hand it to me. I'll read it.
9 years. So much has happened in those years, and it's not just missing the person, but it's also sad that the person has missed all of it. Hug your loved ones and reach out to the people in your life when you think of them. It means a lot to them, and it will mean a lot to you.
Solid, dude.
Cheers, guys.
That says it all.
I don't know.
Well,
I use my bug.
Put some in there, man.
I had a
Gotta
sink.
put some in there.
I had to put. There's a stink bug, but Nate poured it out for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is just a little step.
Slash.
That's fine.
Oh shit.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for reading that shit.
Yes, sir.
Do it.
Cheers, guys. Love you all.